ló wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ nùnú. Káyé wò mọ́ yé yé.
ye de ba no dos ye papa nra the ultimate ye bomodin etimi ama matches no etimi e call so ne matches are saying NBC akọ big game no Real Madrid ane omo host Juventus or Santiago Bernabeu. Look at the latest update no ebe baba be rabbit TV ma other news no ebe bobo etimi e de aba ti sere e ka no o join ya na wa bomodian like wa share wa comment na bo manema ko yera ma izaze ye bomodian dani de nyina monka ho a na ese dwumadi na ye di no ewie peye mo support a modern maye so hwe wo fie o hwe bebi anabo ma dwumadi no eye krabehra eye ma wa like wa share and in various platform no so na bo na nema da ye so no etimi edi amamo medino ABOU DIABY na ne sere bo modern adani de nyina ye no afisem no komo ba ko ebe ne yedidi no eye nkoma ne Madam Evelyn Nsiasai ere baba betuga chezo wogidie pa ewo the Black Queens ni mu se ye den a omo bebo omo modern na eba no World Cup na omo gibiere ajambe ma no one ne ya adwen na oni ze Ghana ye Black Queens no ewo sa ahode ne sa ni manum ya eba no the world stage omo betimi enta ho akọ ejuma na ne nyina na wabomode etimi eri aba na wakfo no krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko akwakudu ewia na yawuso ma confirm say former Ajax and Africa Tasa na Chelsea omoringa ye fene Hakim Ziyech enso adjoin omo na emeze mun common ne sere nyama sitie no Ricardo Mo ne Habib Mo and Afi Maestro Mo bomba na omo ababe ramia sere nyama esietie manze Morocco for ne carry story no omo supporters ne kan se nye Hakim Ziyech nko a eno mo ehia no na ne Romain size ewo ho no so nya club bi ama yemfo no so mbro on board diamond comfort kaka zo we dwumadi a omo ye ne niam na omo di ram na omo am Africa yem football no akwakudu level bi a anu eden pa ba ni nyina mu no yenzo e Ghana ehu se Sule Ali Muntari e baba be join Accra Heart Foka na oni omo ebo adwuma ti san komo ni na ehwe na ye di ma wadwe nche number 0207543637 0207543637 me manaba encho de be Roma manone e no betima tunka bete Ricardo Varas nka bebi abibo bia ye rehini speedy recovery sa mo de be ba no aba to adwuma no so Bernard the executive producer and afi ayu so no bebi obi also ye rehini wo otechipa MP master planner and afi so no ye webi eti se ne abrantia ye FNMC Malik and Gio Caesar a delay omu nyina eboa na dwuma de the MC no manze kweku abeku oche the programs manager and afi junior any chidimo and a Helda Postiga omu echo omu bejuma Rage the voice eja kama nature or dandane kama pa etini element mamera mo quick emredi o ye ba presture of Luther the ebeko akakuramu ewo amanone na amanone nkomo no ato aswera ma ye re ho ye ba apede akibia eto aswera amamo
ha yeah breaking it down touching it down knocking it down I change we on fantastic
ye pere amna result e buy no Barca enwene na afi Arsenal eche Atletico Madrid abomo PSG ewram ne ba no fear Leverkusen e di abo eni awoto no ene ne matches no de na aka e found 0207543637 on Facebook and page or be any aken carry am aken bibi aboko there
nyame atom brakoku na oso e
menzo me wedding pa
nyame ase
me wedding pa send him a shey there.
Oh yes no matese wo keka players bi hun sem say in league no person big gracie anamboa.
Oh, not make us a man cities as in a Kim's Ek.
Oh, yes.
I also know what's if you crash.
Because officially, the registration in go through. And no crown Egyptian Moroccan League, you know.
Yeah.
Moroccan League, you know. And almost by a Tuesday, unveiling by dinner registration every na on Wednesday, almost big game ball. On say, we whack, na Raja. Almost derby in on Wednesday.
Oh,
person can we Bobima work for.
I was on Wednesday.
Yes.
That's after Kotoko, almost another.
Yes. And I'm a game bad temper, but Kotoko, you do soon because or more prepare for Kotoko. We almost say prepare for derby game.
Only cover who did the ever depart. The boys now you want see Yabwa Friday. There's a Casablanca. They measure Kotoko in Yame. And the ever depart was soon in Yame. Now, I don't know what you game.
Yeah.
But what to call and Cramofo Crew Friday, what could be baby that? Say Egypt. I fan our call. Is that a baby? Yeah. Not Egyptian baby. Now, say, Libisa, oh, Mamma, even no call was supposed to call Friday. Man, call Crony be so I am Cramofo Chrono Friday, you do a Kenneth is all day.
Oh, yes.
Or more to two shops near Diana. Car crowns in the Kobiba. And they are sorry no so more call big mocks on that do the intimate join your one. Or more your sorry no crime.
Yeah.
And after no, what be you show bit could be about Fridays, you know. O come Kuni man Casayo.
It's a second has Sundays. And the Oka craft for a layman own to Kanko Dabetias, you know. So what's not Zongo community?
Yeah.
Oh, Ganha.
Yeah.
So a dra at Tibibwa, a do Friday. If you bear 12:30 kono. Kwani nyina no omo blocky nti omo diversional cars ne faso kosi the main road address we call hospital one of main mosque no bo some the kete ebe sese no ma free nyame atebebu the same thing and this what Zongo community na dey wo kan obi abemu
so no na ma ya na times or more big matches bia omo de be share Friday so Friday ni dey nya bama na abo amane ma koye pa e dey amo ne adia but question when we na me person ka we o presentation because no sem no do so koba na ma bi say no na ya dia ne ye be he na ya deliberate on na ya hu say the name city on Madam Evelyn Siasari in common on. Or do you agree with Miss Evelyn Siasari's statement that the Black Queens have more advantage to win the World Cup than the Black Stars? I don't know. So what's in common our wedding? Also no who say Black Queens no omo ye capable so major World Cup jam mema no. Na it seems say issue ano edempa. Again, ma minja wo na fa me kwa ma no ne bra. Na esi asana de isi mo ayede. Mo ayede.
Munya votre
mo ayede.
Mo esa no mama me mo moy.
No,
na mama mitumi me te. Na ma toba ha. Na ma yebo so oba de nsa aka me kum no. Se me fra dwuma kofi a said ya na madam ebo ka me no. Sa na o kan asem a na mitumi me desa.
Why?
Wade
wadano ye ko ne ko wadano ye ko ala osere ye ko wadano
bonsam nuanu right, Tavana Senso. Now you're breaking it down. Now you're touching it down. Now you're knocking it down. Now you're Jamuyon Power on Insemo. Now Mammy Nico Williams for the first time. Ewo Aquadana Bakusemo. A Bayu for Champions League. Aquadania Mobita. Now the good news about as a boy no for Athletic Club. UCL. Or more Champions League game. Nico Williams. Obet Messiakai. I'm a Biaso so tima ye kama na bibia so ntimi enya kama eno ededawa ye jejamu ediamamo na me pacho uwurawurama me pacho mami omu video no na ye ntwe abra ne gembe todwa e was San Mames abra athletic club omu attach it down from the team bus from the team coach na se omu ramo team hotel omu airco prepare na bia so e kama nem omu ni Azerbaijan Tima, your friend Korabak, and a debate so, and we again be able to draw a Jamu and Tamamon, and Urama and Sempineba, a 445, not game not to draw, not yet Tamamon, and what Mateso, and no ultra boy now bar, Ghana striker, Naki Williams, Niniaki Tua, and yet Nico Williams, and now for the first time, or Beffitem, or UCL game, or Purple Champions League, now be a sort by a Kamadamano. Mami Galatasaray omutifo no na yewe imagine kakra ni nyina no se enem urama Galatasaray so mo prepare tifo na tifo choreography eno mo nche ye tifo bi o mo dey support Palestine na o mo Bordeaux Glimt ena babo na head of o mo Bordeaux Glimt no obia nim te todwa between Israel and Palestine na said Israel for ekum Palestine for no football support Palestine na Roma and Netifo Petro Galatasaray no biasot my kama my just na the two teams person Galatasaray just person Timan your friend Bordeaux Glimt Jesse Asuna Daswa ye checham Adama Mami Spain just person World Cup 2026 na bia enya kama Roma 2026 World Cup Spain Jesse Anyaba say any city almost say astrono we achira na achira no top Espanya and omo petrol go eno and down ESPANA Espana and omo petrol na anim won bonkum say crest no eswatuma ball no back come to Jesse na kasa top and down with me part of FIFA ball match day ball and omo daba ye jejamon eso adama me part of Juventus directors no and the launch no Nina say Uroma as per football and man said they tell you for Champions League game omo baba two teams no executives the directors and paying for tuition na awiano oma ko lunch kakra na oma ko didi na oma adin komo na oma twa entina bra Uroma Juve omo directors and paying for touch it down and Pamame Don Florentino Perez ono so arrival abra Obama lunch na tima toga and a basom biya kama no payne ne banom no mo person ni tin komo ya bisa da Don Florentino Perez as o payne game back as him say Madrid any Champions League amen kasa o payne akasem pao was on Upetem Crofo say on what special aid and what the personal PR omo ya tuma manom on one kasa Florentino Perez o upon some microphone esine name no what wo team komo o kasanom na Real Madrid o maji Champions League and the players no person o kasa just o maji Champions League assign edamanom mami oni Juve president no na enyo mo adwuma kakara image na after say o mutiti wie na empanyimfo ni me no Don Florentino Perez me patcho wa frɛ opanyina we Juve president and omo ehia omo team komo omo exchange no ma achasa pa football unity football nkabom no edda mi jamon no ma breaking it down eso edda mo dwumadie so man Real Madrid almost squad for the big game na and fellow Mendy after so brand no wabaka waka team squad no enu achi trend Alexander-Arnold when team anka squad no enu achi Dinelsen wanka squad no Antonio Basa Rudiger wanka squad no and Danny Ceballos on pra entin wama and Danny Keva on so injury and also suspension into Antuama and no edebel courtois your goalkeeper Lunin omom na me patro yo goalkeeper Gonzalez omo kwa yo Edam Militao yo Rapoina me patro Alvaro Carreras eso elho na me patro Raul Asensio Fran Garcia Falon Mente o konfifiwa yo Jude Bellingham yo Kamavinga yo Fedi Valverde yo Chouamini Ada Gule na Thiago elho o kwa nimu yo Vini Junior yo Enrico Mbappe Rodrigo na Gonzalo Garcia Brahim Dana Franco Mastantuano omo na Alonso person do mo ba Alonso manian football na bibia so etim ayekama no ededabama so am ye chechama breaking it down na ye dama mom na mametwa Bernabeu kakra and are you ready for game again Juve and enya ready urama Estadio Bernabeu no na das no ma didam ayekama ayefe edidam wo say Juve babia supporters betina no and no tifo no mami tifo image no enkrofo say tifo no ba and a Real Madrid me patcho omo supporters no ese eno me place tifo eso e was stadium Bernabeu na me patcho me tifo kakra eno ene daso no omo say tifo we ya daso omo the special tribute ya bana omo de ema opanyina ya friend me patcho Lucas Vasquez na omo say Vasquez ya ni childhood image o sat ne nkota mo abrano okra Real Madrid scarf na che so omo de postance no am bia kama omo say boy no ya special ya symbolism and omo a place way ya there so far owura no omo recall the famous ya penalty kick against Juve o kan sign famous penalty no omo say Champions League quarter final 2018 and Vasquez winning here one Ronaldo omo convert here abana team no lead for omo 13th title Champions League man etinam omo pekai no omo pay tribute to the man no me patro mame Juve the last time omo ne Madrid Asia first leg and second leg results na opeka the last time Madrid any Juve omo share on UC omo no attend that Ronaldo go we imagine man no matter them kama na biaso ye na Juve second leg come back it me by abra na me patro after last second penalty opeka saga na perform so Michael Oliver a man red card in free mono opeka ya game back ekoya 3-1 at Madrid and patro ekoya 3-1 ma Juve na 3-1 Madrid ekoya come back man ekoya 3-0 me bia kama Ronaldo juma papa o kan sa me patron overhead kick no koboy me bia kama in 2018 no edeba no adaboy pa kwefana Alan Nyom na me patron Nyom ekodi red card na red card na akwensempe de meta o mama ni 2 game ban ese Alan Nyom ni red card okodi no according to Emra Spain say incident involve a violent attack without the possibility of competing for the ball a basa obeko 2 game ban into 2 game and omudaman say on to be mobile no mame Real Madrid and there was Sport City players no abra video no and a dance no wait no omuko eye video eye session omuko am Alonso actual tactics and domo papa said there was a game no Alonso manian football said also me no no at the Sport City war over the pass and Mbappe Falan Menti come back and drinking on omunyani na mu atwama bia eswet me afa bibia aye kama ede ama womo enu ede eba ye jejam na viaran statement omudiaba concern the cancellation our Miami match against Barcelona Sevilla expresses its displeasure with La Liga for its handling of the match scheduled to be played in the United States against FC Barcelona. Villarreal wishes to express its deep displeasure with La Liga for the poor handling of the match scheduled to be played in Miami against Barcelona on December 20, corresponding to match day 17, which ultimately will not be played in the United States as it has done this season in repeated press appearances through the club president Fernando Rock and CEO Fernando Rock also one in the banning share the same name na or say club no provided detailed account of me patro no logi to PMO regarding this matter and no edeba ye judge na one porter so a confirm as a general assembly so against via the entire government member so ni na some compensate to omo salary campaign form as omo prepare as omo people game e Miami omo dinoma tutuna kwam senya maso dia e wo sempan for compensate to omo enu ye sama wala portal eso adapa won tabe tuga ye church am breaking it down eso adama mom the government uramo ha bie tabesa urana kasa was government responding after cancellation of the Miami match na no crime before me take this initiative now omo ye necessary dialogue agreement among all the clubs etimi aba so na edu pamina pressure na no dem na e was omo cha game no ball no ensem opanyin no eja babo ntem mam hansi flick in video no abra and Barcelona every training or yeah the last person as a technical man me patcho ofri Desposity Barcelona Ciudad Esportiva ofri home also a technical man no the last person and ofro draw now so get it down or touch it down now unlock the autograph as Edema boys send it down let me be asu etumi fm and no Hansi Flick elbert man mame Rafa and your Rafinha no and the Brazilian on set and no don't simply by good news about and the otumi training mame abrana all your training on na ereka kraning na say and nano pa uramo sports city Rafinha Rafa boy etumi training ahead of El Clasico Betudam on Sunday and no ede by jejama na urama nsempi neba nyame pa ochina complete group training omo everse be medical clearance betuma pa na Barcelona injury update say in CTM we players so for Ferran Torres medically were cleared and have Rafinha that for El Clasico Dani Olmo out for 2 weeks Juan Garcia out for 3 weeks Robert Lewandowski out for 3 to 4 weeks Test again out for 7 weeks and Gavi Pablo out for 4 months and no Barcelona injury update no Hansi Flick on set red card awodi Basam paying for the appeal Ekotumo reported so rejected Basadia against Real Madrid our El Clasico and Hansi Flick and a better bench set them down Thiago Alcantara and a better bench on Sunday me patro El Clasico no na Jamaica Basam paying for say omo pese appeal omo demrafo for pay adwuma enya deson pagya tumta and a protest for pese akọ and was Hansi Flick ogira dugout adma Barcelona na biaso kama na mame Julian Alvarez na Argentine striker Jamaica was started questioning Atletico Madrid omo project no it will be better to tika masa wenya dabraka ene adabrato ena montesom ena lonsa dabi mumra na yen montena se ye beto Julian Alvarez ati amamon na bibia so etma ye kama na ne boy never Javi Espa or ye Barcelona akoda and an agent Roma Sports City ekochia team mpanyim from player no we renew the contract a few weeks ago ekosi 2028 into buy na was send mpanyim for bedin come na Jean-Philippe Mateta na an issue what sir was say I spoke with him everything is good now obeke betoda esa or say abrano ne bo fedsa Crystal Palace or kasa one day openya France nessa team no akọ ema za esere no or dinsenu babonte maza eba yi no ano eno enana no aba wo so ontokopeni wo wa feni na kasa bibia edaku bibia ehye ɛno yɛ Mateta ɛna ɛde ato dwa ɛna wura mu wɔ Nottingham Forest na Sean Dyche ne unveiling no ɛtumi paa so ɛsɛ ɔmo pam Postecoglou ɔno na ɔmo te adwuma no ma no ɛna ampa ne unveiling ɛwɔ stadium wɔ before the press conference ɛtumi ɛto dwa ɔmo te adwuma no ma no sɛ Nottingham Forest boss wɔbɛ take over na wɔyɛ adwuma ama bia so atumi ayɛ kama ɛno ɛdɛdɛw yɛ gyam na mpacho ɔkasaeɛ ne press conference na sɛ na ne nsɛm ɛdi kan ɔkasa ba ne connection with ɛyɛ team a yɛfɛ Nottingham Forest na connection no nsɛm sɛ ɛno ɔka no.
In the first team, you know, you're walking down the river with the Del Boy running past you and the voice of Brian Clough in earshot, let's say, and all the legends that played at that time, and there were some top players, and you know, you're thinking you just want to put the shirt on, and then to round the circle and be here as manager is.
Okasai sent a apprentice from 1987 to 1990. Now, over good history, long history with Nottingham Forest. When we were not so you present upon the playing style, our Nottingham Forest.
Is that what we can expect to see with you as Forest manager? That's
no, it's too easy. It's too easy, but there's nothing wrong with it. If you play forwards, why not? Last season had great success here playing forwards quickly, so why wouldn't you? You've seen this season, I'm sure you all have seen the way the stats are changing. Excuse me. More longer balls this season. The first time in 10 years, I think it is. More long passes, more long balls, whatever you want to call it. Of course, when other teams do it, it's long passes. When I've done it in the past, it's been long balls. We all know that. I joke about it, but you know it's real. Look, we want to play effectively. We've got to try and play effectively because we've got to get back to winning. Right?
What's it? Omo pesa say winning. Na omo born to say Spain or bebo effectively. Na be biaso ayekama. And yes, Sean Dyche no mame Dijan Lovren. Ne me patron comment after say me patron former Liverpool defender Dijan Lovren responded fab post on Harry Maguire. Na also Eja Ode Aba and it say Harry deserves it 100%. Not many players would ever come back after what he went through. And no Ayasema Dijan Lovren and yet Harry Maguire and a player of the week. Me patro a player of the match week now. Almost Juma Papa and Harry Maguire and almost Basu Botanamano or ye checham a dama mutmutino so not Matthias delayed as workers now United defender or say now where is or used to the Premier League now where pace and I'm a Biaso Ayakama was say reason the form near very good this season as a normal Ayakama pre-season on your proper pre-season the button on as well prepare the button kama for the season now Manchester United the room as more press to gata kodana Angelo Stiller or more airpen no more than a Biaso Ayakama now Liverpool me patro the last time so lose to Frankfurt the last time Liverpool lose 5 games way back September 1953 and the Liverpool we are Sergeant be a relegation as we etimi abehunu awomo am a kama into the game ya bebe die besmami Paul Merson not Paul Merson akasa was Erling Haaland say we Man City lineup now we Erling Haaland every man was Man City omuntimi competing for the top 4 if you take Haaland out of Man City's lineup they wouldn't be able to compete for a top 4 spot in the league and here Paul Merson now mame referee Thomas Bramo or no and Arsenal Crystal Palace or mutamano so be in charge I'm a biaswa ye kama or no and a biaswa ye jamutama na Chelsea just no Chelsea shed almost said the akakrabe almost the closing stages so almost find a new front of shirt sponsor benya a company omu imagine petrol Jesse name almost Roma Chelsea president and a chief operating officer JC Ganon one president of commercial Todd Klein omuna Roma play major role oma negotiate and official announcement papa Chelsea Jesse Obonse bibita in my head of big gamer and on Pabo Chelsea video about na video na dasuni dia omuda to so let's make it a night to remember, let's make it a night to Mame Hakim Ziyech na minyan wajuma kakamamo watipi esabaino rom ewo tima ya friend with that Casablanca na detensa obesen 2-year contract akwasi 2027 with that Casablanca and your work of Morocco no ompe omfeli na me pa next Tuesday brother denime na omu pese obo 2025 African Cup of Nations no enunti na work so omu planning so mpe register no not derby against Raja Casablanca on Wednesday with me Jama Bobiame Biaso Ayekama Diameta Oreva Max Abel on Michael Olise was say omu empese omu the release clause on contract in papa na buy no ready so best and kwesi 2029 am a bia kama Anthony nanu game omu boy adesom to bottles at the Etiano abomne Viaro Diameta so kopema disciplinary committee our La Liga some the fine epeko at the ama etima Viaro some to bottles at the Abo Anthony Etima Ria Betis and no at the Eba now Romo Esimlana Max Allegri Christopher Nkunku adeso ni group no etima shall say training omo he esebi biabe twa kama eso at the ama womo no ededa no atwose Ruben Loftuche eso no oye personal training na bia Milan team no encha boy ne ebaba no oni group na be training na bia eso atimi afa at the ama womo na me pato ma Milan omo phone and watches no ni nyina ne se boy ba kwa oye defender at the match with AC Milan no ayam pato Jimenez what diabetuga was saying Abra Modric by omo ko ekoball match omo free pato for the super room dressing room na obia phone and I watch phone watch at the obia me pato ni seat so why na the buyer omo say Luka Modric na to am omo say as part of tradition player from Oba so great team now to nyom na Luka Modric on team to nyom oni nyom to and cut phones and watches and what the players na and mpanyimfo nyina and no a good sign at Luka Modric and ye church among no perfect David Akanzo ni video na no dem ono akasa oye president opanyine no so edin sema tuga esa oye please na ni ache esa o ma cancel Miami game and kebetoga and we are viral as the Barcelona game no o matimi cancel was it was a matter of transparency and a dialogue and we faced a pressure and no summer or penny tuga aye church am at the amam e wotuma so na yegusu e breaking no down na me patro ensem pinaba mame emfama se pressure e Serie A for so now mame Milan team no on say abetuga ese AC Milan komo pekokobo Serie A game eso e wo me patro Australia no omo say omo ne La Liga issue no two different scenarios cases here two different things na omo he ese bi bia betwa ya nkofo so omo so cancel omo de no eno e deba fika tomorrow ono so no o say ojide mapasa World Cup of course obenya akwanya kobobi Jama Thomas Tuchel any England national team na bi bia so atimi ayekama eno e de ma best academies eso e we are say best academies so we are say according to CIES football training index almost say Benfica so far almost 49 almost 93 players our 49 top divisions and our Urama Barcelona so our Nkada so for almost at the second Ope Bas Academy in the second and a River Plate so at the Airtel and Ajax Academy at the for Boca Juniors at the for Sporting CP at the 6 and a Dynamo Zagreb as well as 7 and Sanwaba Ababe Pimo Rima to Danai I'm a Bia Kama na Paul Kubasi as well in Sempia to Ga na Paul Kubasi soon some of their to Gano no crack another day as well at the Emma Bassa was no crack Larry or more I cancel Miami game now or more place so many Bia Echo no more place no more against see as some Peko Aquacobo no Mamma Fama said Rima to say a bedroom Kunkrom as some Pemoises Caicedo not matter for them such as him a force Real Madrid a 4 at 150 million euros a penny release clause grabber on per rejected on Peneta and no boy now Yafano I am Pacho ya Kenan Jodes on the backup team ya Juventus team no ahead of game on Papa and on the backup team Manchester United so I Mason Greenwood na biaso ayekama esa boy ne Papa na John Terry on Sumamin Fama esa JT sin dream akapa akopɛ esa obey manager obey coach Ajama Chelsea onya coach a wawie na La Liga me patro play of the man nominees esu etimi aba Mbappe Pedri, Anna Jean Oblak, Anthony, Anna Di Frutos, or more any name or more. Not me patro, me real, Demity Area Crown, me patro, Mame Urama Kafa was no, be Biaba Dembele, as soon as Samuel Eton after the game, or we said Dim Como. Now, national team of the year, Oko Kaf Awaza, national team of the year, Ghana, and your nomination. I'm a Biaya Kama, now track me patro, young player of the year, and the Ghana Nibia, and you are young player of the year ni di etimi abamo na ultra coach of the year Ghana ye team no national team no enya me patro team of the year coach ni de ya ma Walid Greg mo o ma timi abam am bia so ye come na hwe interclub player of the year enu ya Festin Mayele enya nomination other players o mu di etimi abam na goalkeeper of the year onana ba ena Roma Yasin Bono so etimi awram eno ediete ye jambrano ko mami enyina so ansem awdoa your bob no ya breaking it down touching it down and knocking it down ejejam your power amano ni nsem no mami emfansa international super ABOU DIABY any team no emfa dia kanyina no emtoa so emfa emamo
Alright, Sirakase kwa for Maluta, we jana na so abo adwuma etimi edi waramu amano ne abo amane amakwera ma Millennium Constructions here ka emfa Joza dance hu ne amade o maswere also baba be run eboa ma bibia koye pere ma makede a chose ne adanse hu ne ma bia wo pebia no ensign Millennium Constructions so nko enkokura mu bibi izazo omudwuma de omudi ene omonema na omoye no ya de damu sonko a eboa ma bibia ekoye kama pa so etimi ede emo me patro de etie yese ne wo amano ne na nso no wo pese oba baba beto dan ewo kroma na asempo o pasase ato o pesi esi fie mu no chia erema fie na eda de renovate a contact your no mere no ma ye de amom nkomo na ede Oma was system mu 15 to 20 solid years omo ne obia enya asem da de omo de no esan edan so eye sonko ne se oba krodiama eba no omo into real estate development na omo an omo de contract no omo ye adwuma schools awodo no omo na esi asore awodo no omo na esi eba ne hospitals awodo na Millennium Construction se ne ekoko gigina musi eboa man ya makoye perma omo so o asase wo Ghana bibia na opeso omo baba be project no very simple cra 0244274084 0244274084 open na commerce boshen Niles Junction Ramuni Abwa Nanemanko ye Performa Millennium Constructions we build your dream Gangeman Dental Clinic 7 kan Emva Zebra Krano Abwa Manemanko ye pa edi amomudwuma de no mudini ade esonko dot semenka emfa nchoze se ne wachase enya ha bi ewenuma enkonko no no mundu bi abra na omo abebo mode na examination no ne consultation akoso ewo masoye ene root canal treatment no na ezedodo musin wanya akakra o ma tokra baba bedem no ya ade ano eden ebe na ya boa na ne ma de ye pa etimiera ma scaling and polishing then so no aba form kakra okwa o meyi sa nkeka wani nyinefio wanu beda ho afternoon na pese en white ni utiti ne mawa ye ne kama pa etimi edi amao omoze ne oseno ba kusia ne ma enkoye ya na ensa so ahode enhyeda enimokwa omere na ya ma braces no medicated one enye de edible life ni bi ebe ma sini mu ayeden asama na saso na nso no osina ye fe pa osina tu na beze na replace ne dem awa eye simple omo baako a eye temporary na afi no ye wo permanent one wo ha eno so ombre no ma ye dia ma na afu peso sisi no gold and silver for reach mo Gentleman Dental Clinic ombre na oma ye dia ma omo nkomo no de ma na ye denie yeze yankan fan chose omo no ba na osika semo ndeda yi a ye be na kakra bi obi a na yaje aboasa yaye ni nyina ze doc say sika hu ya pa na mo bebi bia akra no gwami lorry station obenya omo na akra atomic down kwabenya about tu nyomo Kumase Abrepo junction wani achemo Bantama Street no so no obo modern na wanyomo Energies Total filling station no omo na chi ope techima so no wani chemo magazine wa wani achemo ewo kenten kwan no so no unyomo na Koforidia omo be Central Police Station afrawo OCGCB bank no na Tamale to Shegu OC Post Office no omo be NTN office 0598 731 823 0598 731 823 na 0559 139 582 0559 139 582 na 0549 906 588 fre na yamboana nema enko ye fama na Wednesday yebedi nkomo kakra ewo Dank Nature Healthcare omo asoye na maka etimi area chosen neko na yamboa na nso gina na so na nema endeda ye fama izanze nam yare no ero pe bia ba ko awko a yebedoso pa na yahu bebi ehye yama udra wodo na eba betu asera ma na Dank Nature Healthcare na dokoba obecheche onsirimu yesi nam ya na sesese edi obi okwa na syphilis na edinya na ono akwa abonte onko test bia akojigu nedu wa hwa bewu ntem ere ko na kokoromo ewo trede na yeze yenhwene mpo na ne mandeda dimpa na doc ebe roma koma wodo na yene no bedi ma me romo on Facebook na men kinkan me messages na kakra ansa na de akaba aba beto aso etimi edi amwezanze biafo no ai seta enche yebeko na yakwa kuro na nkoma wodo na yetimi edi ato aso etimi edi amount mera men kinkan kakra ansa na ya bomode etimi akoye nim tino nzo no afre na wa join ya obetimi edi wa dwenche na beba yebre na ya kinkan na aboa na bibia de da yepa etimi edi amount Pedro Amodini Cruz Chelsea free ayas nil and special greetings to Don Sama Abi Mohammed and Luther King. Now the Indiana Police Kumasi town also Kesben Junction is the main location. Benji and Francis Ewa watch you live from Francis Ewa Chelsea the Blues. Massacre IR 50. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Oseboama MC Achuman Wabija Sir Iron MK. Good afternoon Abu and Luther and Fakye Sports Kiozi Arsenal beating Atletico. The rest must watch out. No team. No team. Arsenal fear again. Arsenal, the Ghana is getting to my best friend Boadi Mano, aka Kwe, and I'm enjoying the best sports show live from GOPDC Limited, Kwe Estate, near Kare Eastern Region. Asante Emmanuel Gaiji. I was already a good afternoon, Abu and your crew. Asante Koroko is going to surprise Africa, especially Ghana, coming Friday as FC Sheriff did to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. But Senior Vaz, that the terrorist Senior Vaz that today Juventus go take Oto. Kobe G, Nedi Aronzi Abu, this Paul from Takwa. Now that Florentino President Real Madrid has been boycotting the Ballon d'Or ceremony, would they then go to the ceremony if Mbappe happens to win it this season? Yodiram no Taiba last born. Nediano, good afternoon to all lovers of Fakye sport. I'm very much excited to see Rafinha training today. Vamos Barca, speedy recovery to all the rest of the players at Barcelona. I salute to Senior Abu and Senior Luther. They are also a bomb day. They Eramu Enono and I see Edu Bernard. Good afternoon, Abu. Charles will win by 4 goals to know is your guy. I see Edu Bernard teacher at Kumau, Bodomasi Saint Stephen RT Primary. And on the Rabitris Edu, King the Luther. Man, you are the Pope in sport. And Abu is the father. Fakye Sports, you are the best among the rest. More update on Manchester United, the Masters of Liverpool. And update me in Madrid camp. Akanu, you live and clear inside Takwa Breman. My greeting to my lovely parents, Auntie Adwo and father Nana Bento. A speedy recovery to my lovely bro, or say inside Takwa Government Hospital. And a Starboy watch you live and clear at Mem Airport. And Auntie Johnny is amazing listening to Fakye Sports. Today, Madrid, it's Madrid Day. We are scoring 2-0, and it's loud inside Crack House. Babrin Selum, Amantin, Bono East. Elijah Kwabna, good afternoon, Abu. Watching you live from New Longro. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. My red is raining today. My greetings to my father, Nana JY, famous figure, and Honorable Jack. Ebenezer Repent, good afternoon, Abu. Your respectable crew. Abu, Chelsea is going to win by 3 goals margin today. Watch you live from Nkrankwanta. Icon Di Colochini. Say Icon watch you live from Wasan Kushia. Fakye Sport Papa. Filippo Kwabre Kezemabu. Commercial Santi Koroko surely eliminate work. Fabulous the greatest, fabulous the best. Greetings to my daughter from Paul Manson, HR Felix and my mother. Antimer of Geneso Filippo. Hashtag Fakye Sport. You are Mary Woods Hakim Ziyech to work. And we think we can compete with these guys. Nana Ayipa second. Good afternoon, Abu. Please update me on Barca injuries. Greetings to Don Raimo inside at Chem4. And Emmanuel Nana Opoku Wari. For the FC Nigeria is back. I was the second yellow, and I was the how was this even a penalty? Mary Woods was say Juve, Biaga, and Slot is watching, and I want to say Kali Porter. See Abu, this your suit there. Do you have problem with my eyes? And because I can't see what it's blinking. Proper executive Suju 2. You're the Baba round. My number 0207543637 on your first page. You're I can get. I'm there. We are buy up. The Akibia etwa so 18 years mamu. Ma, your boy Juma Boamani Makoye, my like Skujo, good afternoon, Nicholas King, Kujo Pra. On our Facebook, Abu, I hope you and your crew are doing well. Please, Arsenal will surely win the title this season. And I'm on the Kaliporta. Fakye, you are the best of all. Greetings you and your respectable crew. Yeah, say. Nedi onso ode baby Ramo ewo hono mauzene ona yen WhatsApp line on dodona and so Ramo ayenhena yen Ramo. Good afternoon, I'm Trusty watching live from a Japan Enterprise. Please reach team as Real Madrid never beaten in a UEFA Champions League. Ono your question about they be ready for the El Clasico on Sunday. Radford and Femi Lopez are on fire. Madrid, we are coming like Kakai. I love you guys. More fire. Biaga from Akima Safo. Champion Abu Amoche Goffrey from Nkoko ADB. Daniel Fiebane must keep form intact for the upcoming World Cup. Big shout out to Edu Ebenezer inside Adenta Newtown. You're not so good Abu Hala Madrid all the way. I'm Kessie inside Sevi also. And my greetings to bro Jacob inside Sevi and Sarah Health Center. On the Ebai. Hi, good afternoon, Fakye. I'm Nanaya from Pram. Real Madrid will win against Juventus today and win the upcoming El Clasico as well. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend of Fosua Danso Doreen. And on Sudi Ramu, good afternoon, Fakye. Real Madrid scored Juventus by 5-1 from Honorable Sule Bobo Tepa Yin Susu. And Honorable so Eddie Eramam Donko Navas from Ketekrache. Real Madrid free Juventus 1 and away so say Abu. I'm praying for my darling club Asante Koroko to go and do wonders. Greetings to all the people of Wamahiniso from Nanatu Park of Wamahiniso. And on the Fierbe. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. Kana from Nyanche Niase, and I think Arsenal Football Club are playing good football for now. Defensive as well. The Odi Era Monono. Good evening, Fakye Sport. You guys are doing a great job. God bless you, Abu. More update on Barcelona and greetings to my lovely wife, Helena, watching live from Pristia. Hemai and also Eddie Era. I'm Fredia Ajiman, AK Scott Sinclair. Enjoying the show live from Kote Didiakon. Abu, my darling club is doing something people are yet to notice. Our owners are taking a bet on red card and in every match because see how goes to got his red card in our last game. Adiwe Yadoku Kujina quarter. Untimi Nyano. Timari Anambra, the doors remember my king can go. Well, be able there.
Now, sir.
Menzomo ma yen wish Habib Mohammed speed recovery sound what them bana baba ken hona watu aso ani ewunya dia
Onyario
o adende na yo
there be onyare body no to da body na nkasa be gina home the past be 6 to 7 weeks in the ekwan ono ankasa tu do betimi o ka bomu ase de wakọ eye ayaba
and they no
Australia and as Australia.
No correct.
Until the body na nkasa be gina home if you fail to give the body enough rest ono abegina home. Say anwumre ye no anwumre me so me saa ne na mu akotuto ba bi ba me to me so me to na me so moida. So wo mo body ni gina home ono abegina home.
Matias.
Ya bibu de ne de wonyare say body ni gina home.
My body ni gina home.
Na be my body ni gina home. Utimi free wanti ana oko ayi de bibi.
Yeah.
Utimi free de bibi ba. Bedru kuma Saturday asase ahomache was me kwa akra
Kore Ghana match
na wasa aba na ade chinya tie ye adwuma da bi na say body no dia body na yo dia wo na aheso definitely na body no be gina home don't rest onya kiskifo ni bi ntina na nchen obe okay nti ehu hia pa
ade ya kweli wa
abi oda na de nya wona yeso oda na yeso obese ni ko achiro ohun say
yanko yani
Gogu yenche ahwefo na inside waka wa bi me vamra Fakye TV so na sometimes nsem bi o na dia ye na bi atima ye kama gogu eno abasa she 6-1 against Olympiacos enye score line na me hwe but it's a game that babia me hwe basa team ni din a Hansi Flick Deco NFL Laporta asama basa for no hope beam Omasa momu arishimu amomu gidie bi say in the next 10 years and maybe buy Emma Pep Guardiola be share team a compete ya to a level na team be and team never samono. Gradually they are hitting that spot again with the players are available to them and considering all factors. Kwakuso Osha no mo line up no na etiane ka se nipa be 7 eye Lamasia graduate o musi akan ida but o mom ye Barca players ano mu gina park ne so usi akan no nipa no wanyini wom outfield players when you goalkeeper ni free man nipa no wanyini wom eye branch fe no Eric Garcia I think this is 24 years na be kun Kunde 26 years as a day Kwaku and if you look at them 18 17 22 and these are players that at this point in time, are available for Barcelona. They are playing and they are giving results to team friend Barcelona. And this also sad any DIABY teams at DIABY. They have a team that are competing the next 10 years. So no matter even if they don't get the money to buy again. And from where I sit, anyway, be free banner. I wouldn't want to say this, but me Barca ni ame bompa esema yenye sika to total players. Yenko ni say yeah, because Barca nya sika to buy players no. It got them to a position that omompe. They brought in players that sebi one bino Barca banomba ni hia. Na nya dia ne dem fa so pa bia be bre Barca. Ba Barca ko fo omo buy. E na di o makwa to ba bi omo yi. Coupled with Messi Nioma Sikana, we needed to give Messi Sikana the other, and the Makudo Maduno. But of course, I'm hearing him. A manager that he understands to get something out of nothing in Hansi Flick, you know, he's been able to give them something that they can hope again, they can believe again. Say team no is going to compete favorably for a period of time, and that is what exactly and it means. So some line up now show my line up now that's now. These are guys that they are very young, but look at the performance they give. Drew Fernandez yesterday made the first appearance in the Champions League and he made assists too. So if you look at the team, now you Rashford, now you Chesney, Elcho to the free man. Look at them. These guys can give you 10 years consistent performance. C'est bien here. So this is something that a Sama hope to be Olympiacos they be because Olympiacos they say but these guys last season we saw what they gave us. We saw what they were able to achieve. Domestic treble no more. So I think that nobody did the year, no me koye, and so 8 million my friend Barcelona. All thanks to our friend Deco, Laporta, and Hansi Flick for a wonderful job. And so now they can decide to make sure say Lamine Yamal Chris Redding or by game nim Ronnie Badji.
Ronnie Badji.
Kwaku, they can rest when they want to give enough rest to advantage and Lamine Yamal. Kwaku enya basa ball no be ball no enra no and a me so they come asem no. But the performance he was giving to team friend Copenhagen, that a man basa ento team ko fa no be no ntina make asem nya make. And if you look at the performance and how he's been able to give a performance a sound in a Kwaku and easy. This is a young guy that Waba Basa set up in my obo. Kwaku 19 years. And if you look at the games he's been able to play for Copenhagen, Kwaku from last 2 seasons, some far from 2021-2022 season. That season he played 15 games and scored 2 goals for Team FN Copenhagen. He came to 2022-2023, played 27 games and scored 3 goals. Ever bought 2023-2024 season, 36 games and had 10 goals. Last season, English Kakari Noma Binti, he played 6 games per. And he's joined Barcelona. And look at the performance he's giving at his age, 19 years. And look at the number of games he's played, the experience of what under his belt. And now he's in with Team FN Barcelona, and he's given opportunity, he's going to also seize the opportunity and make sure so also ends able. So if you look at the Barcelona team, this is what made Barcelona. Barca for be they almost support to Barca no. When Pep Guardiola took over from a year 2008, as you say team no, a La Masia boys now no we saw Barcelona competing favorably, firing all cylinders trophies and if you look at Barca currently, more players they can do same. I'm not in any way comparing Lamine Yamal to Messi, but they have their own mercy in this current team. Lamine Yamal will do that thing for them. Say Bibia Kosu, na players we Jinamuna Ocasian Concoto Bani captain. The players themselves will tell you, say, give the captain Aban to Abanche Vene Lamine Yamal, and he's going to do the job for them. So they have people, they have players that they can give consistent performance, and I think it's a Basa Echo in the right direction. A baby Makubi, Abia, you want to go in for a striker, Abia, or a tried and tested Nimfield Warform, and the Atletico Madrid with Alvarez Nedie. Or try to convince him na say who is capable bia between nakofuna be gina anymore na say if Barca will be able to get a bank event Alvarez e be gina wani mu akwaku e dan deal o meti team we as papa because if you look at omotine ekromo currently na enye team ketwa and having Alvarez wo mani mu ho no e be silly deal no enso team dia mamo he fit perfectly to Barca's system and he will be giving them goals if they will be able to get him. That one there, getting him to come and play for Team FM Barcelona, definitely.
But Mesa Bana, Wabomodian, was a Barca and Common enemy Dino. Yemi de Papa, the Afrina was joining na Chese, Wabomodi, 18 year old about your WhatsApp line 0207543637 Abwa. Na bibibia adeda ye kama pa so etimi edi amama na tutu no etimi akoye na mesaba na Ricardo etimi around ame good afternoon senior ABOU I'm Listo from Bemianco Chelsea will win today the also Edeba and Makavali watch you live from Sunya Bisima Santi Koroko will win against WAC. Good afternoon, my name is Godfred. Juventus will win with Odiam Katongo. Watch you live from Obuasi, Chelsea. Will win by 4 goals to 0. And good evening, Fakye Sport. Watch you live from Bemianco. You guys are the best of all sports. Keep the good work up. Memfa luta time. Team sure. And then mambe we knew in Yadia. Wow. Yeah, go.
Ntikoku nsema na midi ho komo no. If Bibia kosu yie na basa go the way omoko na the players available, because why the magic ni say yeah, they will just need a striker that will tried and tested in the team. And over set team ni mo pe Barca team no enso team ya wie and Bibia no enso be team akoso ye dia mom. Koku Barcelona on top players be break this transfer season.
Yeah.
But transfer ba kwa Barcelona yeah and they are positive dia mom pa. Brandt no share 2 goals na decided to let him stay.
Lopez.
Kwaku last season and as a summer you run me. See at it is naturally for any pen. Nkoko pe Kasama to Barcelona. Yes, but Kwaku now currently as we speak, Lewandowski way.
Wapra.
Are you way Rafinha way?
Wapra fina waba.
Lamine Yamal so content kakra.
Yeah.
When a step in for these players when Omokot Nanchen. Even when they are available or deciding games, he's deciding games, and that is to tell you, say, Senko Koyanka, Semenso Timia to Barcelona, and that is how our life in City. Now, if you look at Barca's system, anyone Obia will sit in, Obia will come in and give performance sounding. I've seen people saying, and Rashford, well, Manchester United, the team are struck, yes, he is not good enough to play. But he's gotten into a team where last season we need trouble. Now we'll never be born here. That is how systems here, Juma. So we share system. Near man who say you are part of the system. Yeah, power system anymore. We not the We've seen quality players or more teams are say you team no more than any sura or moon team performing. We've seen players or my victims of circumstances. But who you free starting to a team that air function system they will perform. And the same thing to a bunch of Marcus Rashford. Tell me kind before announce me can say the second tournament a perfect for player who is going to believe say I'm a bench warmer.
Yeah.
And truly he's a bench warmer at Team FM Barcelona. He will accept that and be on the bench. Anytime given the opportunity, he is going to deliver. And that is what is happening to Abantia, Marcus Rashford. Even if Barca decide to let him go at the end of the season, he is going to get a team to play because or justify the reason why he's a good player. Kwaku, look at the first goal. And open a person the case the first goal. the calmness and how they want to at the back of the neck. Kwaku, this is something to tell you, say he's seen it all. Kwaku, experience, no yen po.
Yeah.
Unya na some na ya semintia at a point in time. At a point in time. Now far makusha for sure. Sina mo to be from mapi jani chain.
Yeah.
Ya sembi na ya sem ne o ba bi o ya mba pa ma ne sa gab no. Enti experience no ho. So what in about certain what say something is really happening with Arantia, if any Marcus Radford. And I think say 2 signings, we dear no, and a family Lopez, the any signing menua, and as a signings menua, but I had to transfer you to ye term I think say more results ye pa. And I think say a good one. This is a game that they needed to win. And I think so more you know, no ma ends equate them about saying looking at the team no, age no, anyhow no ma ends with no, kwaku. So when you strike about could be Gina anymore to say Alvarez be Gina anymore, well could be a team that on me have man for part and so Kruma Koku. Yes, it's Sans Afar the hour the chene.
Yeah.
And Lamia March, there's a far in what they are chene. Again, there's any call won't. Koku, this is what we expect the young guys coming to do. At the age of 18 years, you have your girlfriend, you have your boyfriend around that. You let the years know that this is someone I've decided to move with. This is someone menene kwako bobra, and that is exactly what Lamine Yamal. America Kacho say nobody should judge him na usani adi kwaku. He's living the life of an adult. He's the darling boy for a team like Barcelona and the star boy for that matter. And star boys no more nani omona yejuma. And yesterday I saw a picture that we or the go no Emma and the girl no. Any girl and that is something that we want to see. And ye basa and ye bebri. And you think that be a more canas mammy say a baku pebi no on a table brana kwaku. So for we jawi no any be issue. But currently as we speak, what Tira said a nipa baku and on knee movie until nothing changes or more betna and to Timiaqua. It's a good thing. And they are not answer the good luck ever. Oprako ba no wabo Girona, the girl was present, so we near.
Yeah.
Yesterday the girl was present, so we near. Kwaku any high class you could get a mesamba. Tell me say win and sweat me up. So kwaku yenja me yama. No more performance now de my and said no see na sa na peno. You need to live life to the fullest. Messi wo and sheda. So we should leave him. Nian can a performance no do obey bia no ye can girl no me can with that because the girl is giving Lamine Yamal good luck and said we are say unless you don't pay attention to certain things your bible all about life more to much no ma enko ye your bible all about life more to no ma enko ye. I hope gay ASR girls know about life more they lack be in Lamine Yamal's life and we are going to enjoy him. He should keep on doing what he's doing. That is the most important thing. You give performance on the field of play, and outside the field, you give performance. That is the most important thing. So yesterday he did a good job, and Bibiana and so to me the man.
Omena buya nenye sasa. Sasa.
They
asasa.
That's one kind.
Me one kind.
They don't matter so much correct here.
Obe.
You don't matter so much correct here. Why? Sanity and Lamine Yamal de atre Bibiano and so and so to Kwaku. Gradually, Diego Simone is losing it. And ya can't say we can't, but can't. Assembly we cannot. Kwaku at time now, but I asked now the shares how for goes no. From 54th to 71st and 74th, no more we game no with 4 in the second half.
Yeah.
Against a Diego Simone team. A team that we believe so mono when they set up a defensive shape. A perfect one for that matter. In the space of some minutes, no, maybe 20 minutes, no, na Arsenal real game, no. And Kwaku clearly watching the game, Utmusa he's lost in ideas. Or need anything to counter the Arsenal area, no. And he is getting to there's a door. Why you are more papa do maba a level that they believe say no money ho and no do maba because now you bola liga. You bought Copa del Rey, you bought Champions League. To some extent, you consider Atletico say, only a part of the teams to win. Something that years back, na ni ho mfa team e fa na Atletico Madrid into waya de kwaku nipa ya de a eso adwumani ya de a adwuma opon so opon
Ayeka
we so opon kwaku he is lost in ideas odo wa he game ni bia the point in time to wo ho na nim di
omuni onye
wo he bi me shape dealer the dominant push which means he is lost in ideas. And I think it's about time they let him go. Because the money he is spending, still he's not been able to give results. You know, and in Luther's story, he said, Alvarez is considering Atletico Madrid and so system they had no or the players that they enjoy to play, they enjoy liberty, they want to win teams. And remind you, he is coming from team that he is won. Never played no free ball team of Manchester City. Yeah. There he won trophies. Manchester City that he was in that dire need of going to another team because no GDA say on team Ellen Haaland free team no. He won trophies. Argentina he won trophies. So he's coming from places where he's won trophies. And somebody coming from that places, you think he expect not to be winning trophies. No, he expect to be winning trophies. And if you look at him there, what do you say? Atletico Madrid and so yeah, you are and so intimate and quick. So
much is too perceived.
Money woman away. I
wonder Real Madrid the Boba over Castle Bob watching team area. That rivalry near Dortmund, Omubuiasa.
Omuni match.
Omuni Barcelona de Croatia rebel was of
there is a match no more.
Momushia Madrid. Unia more ding in Madrid or the Bob. Now Madrid knows only the essay. A league in the Copa de Go. Show me motivation.
Then it's becoming something that is all moving home, you know. They need to get someone who will come in, no one's sign of Macacra because as a in sooner te to an Ama no my busy but like a cadama branch and as we reference Diego Simone. There is a growing concern at Real Madrid camp, and they believe they are lacking leaders in the dressing room and on the field of play. You see in the dressing room, you know, a Truman in a say he's a leader, and I auto told to Nyoma on the field of play, no, a branch and a Vervardi and Mbappe and the Chess or William Penning for and making sure some more yen kwaku, and it's a growing concern at the match and every man because they believe that this is a team that they've never lacked experienced personnel and as experienced players on the field and off the field. In the dressing room, no, or more like something. This is the time Emma Refen Jabi Alonso Jumanabaya because you need to combine a Juma Ezenka, an experienced player in the dressing room, no, at the count on the day. And any idea from day one, Masuru, because the egos and that senior 7 minutes and one rise to a dressing room and I'm hoping Alonso will be able to deal with it. So when Timian deal with Tenua, a honor 7 bit start here free. Do you know they mention leaders without mentioning around Evan Vinicius Jr.?
No, Baze is not a leader. Is that a leader? Monson John for a Toda. Also, more agenda stories and the doors. Agenda stories. Now, this is a Madrid team, or more national team captains, very audio. Come in our more more senior players be brave. Senior players. Baston Cookie. Alaba, the Austria captain.
Alaba, no crown, one Casa, what they want home.
Oh, DT. I'm not talking about the personalities or mobile. The whole player to say David Alaba, he has seen it all.
Yeah,
is a player who will control dressing room. Who will be the Rudiger? Rudiger, apart from so here of the DDR, or you'll be all that qualities, who will be control. Very bad in the Uruguay Catiana. Uruguay, I was not attack at you.
Okay.
Or no so Obia, or those here seen it all. Who will kill him up for France captain? Azana Bajina. Then he cover her. Or Coutois. As well as a Mohajio.
Kwaku, there is nothing like your having. What me shall and you foresee that something is wrong.
What's wrong?
They are citing an example with the Atletico Madrid game. I don't know what they are more caveat. I don't know what they do. I can't say no more cano. And say they are speculating in vacuum. They are using a caveat said that game no Edensem ebai. And people are stepping up to make sure that they are acting as leaders in the team. And society and Bamupe, we see issues and answer to me beba. So I hope you will be able to deal with it. Now we be answer to me and ne.
On a quick number, sure.
Oh yeah, Juventus near men compare Bibia or giving him.
What are
they? Coach.
Obasi Juvenile Madrid, no, and
Faku, Baka can coach. And coach the players no crew chrome to museum into a cool top and Babia free banner and the braba. A do or die for Reverend and a slot. Pressure Nasa Sieba. If he failed to win this game, pressure never more. Today, Chelsea need to keep clean sheet when it comes to red card. What they've been doing, Kwaku, and Yadepa. You also be sending message, but the message in the mean can be. But they need to make sure, say, Sad and Baba, yes, as I do, but you coach any red card, not players, the red card. It's something that any night. What is a man, Avanda for
Mate was a leader of fear about in common. Facebook personal say good afternoon. I'm watching live from Osu. Kali Porter Abu tell us that BBC Malam, so he shouldn't hold on. He should hold on for him. Alex Kujo. Good afternoon, Chelsea all the way. And when Sunday was this in ABOU, Real Madrid say Juventus. Nel Mbappe for Vinicius Junior 2 goals. Edward Ozu, my darling club Liverpool, will win their game tonight. Still Liverpool for life, and I'm Spartus watching the show live for Manson Ache. I was it Emil Smith, like joke. If United beat Brighton, that would be a good win. You're also about pretty good Chakapama. Hi ABOU and Co. I'm watching live from Sabo Zongo, Chelsea all the way, and I wish Chelsea the best of luck. The other day nearby, and on Nicolas King Kojopra. ABOU, hope you and your crew are doing well. Please, Arsenal will surely win a title this season. On Facebook message, Abamaestro Bibi Aboko there.
Oh, DIABY Yankopo Nadom, Sons of Bibi Aboko.
No, yeah, Yenshim matches in Ebano. Yenshim Kakra.
No, in a lot of Champions League games at me Toja. And one of the key games and the World Pan was the Bayer of Leverkusen game against PSG Football Club. And I sat here to say, this game made me producing a lot of goals I beat me about because of how Luis Enrique loves scoring against Bundesliga clubs and how he loves to tweak his tactics and everything and then it ended up Utimi Eshe by for Leverkusen by 7-2. I believe that Luis Enrique had actually started the project that he continued last season and what he wanted to do for PSG Football Club currently as we speak. I know very well said the main priority of Luis Enrique and Luis Ocampos, or Moya Sporting Director, Edema PSG Football Club, is to make that history that Real Madrid Football Club had it repeatedly on 3 times in the UEFA Champions League in latter part of Omutimi AA. And I know Luis Enrique wants to equal that particular record because of Kwame Wafaso has started up to kick off a share lot of goals, a winning quite a number of games in the Champions League, making sure that he will announce himself as one of the big club managers in the world, and also manager should be tipped as favorite. And maybe if say Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Intimi, and Quainimo, NG the Champions League, because they are the Champions League contenders. I know very well that they can easily defend their Champions League trophy with that kind of experienced streaker, Ikra Luis Enrique currently as we speak. But then one of the biggest matches between Matuja in the UEFA Champions League, and that is the game between Juventus Football Club and Real Madrid. Now, these two football clubs, all called Italian Serie A, we are talking about Juventus, our making record in winning a lot of Scudetto, Coppa Italia, and most of the major trophies in Europe and even in Italian Serie A. Just like Real Madrid Football Club, the most royal club in the UEFA Champions League currently as we speak, and how they have been able to be successful. Only even if in the Spanish La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and other domestic leagues, this particular evening are able to me akoso. But then so check it, the number of wins. Our Real Madrid Football Club, it may winning over the side of Juventus Football Club. Madrid currently as we speak, there were 11 wins for themselves, 9 wins for Juventus, 2 draws for these particular 2 football clubs, and 27 goals scored by Real Madrid Football Club. So we'll check the number of goals at Juventus against the side of Real Madrid Football Club. They've scored 25 goals as compared to 27 goals for Madrid Football Club. It will be Fakye any of these particular match, they should actually admit say Madrid share a lot of goals against Juventus Football Club at any moment in time at these two clubs. Then you talk about the historical games Real Madrid Football Club against the Italian clubs. So we'll check the number of games that Real Madrid against the Italian clubs. They've played a lot of games, but then they've been able to have 48 wins, 27 defeats, and 11 draws for themselves. So meaning say when they meet Italian clubs, they remain their total dominance over these Italian clubs and try as much as possible to even win against Juventus. Therefore, so we should Juventus for so ankasa a record against Spanish clubs. It has been on low key not good for Juve because 31 wins Penomenia, 30 defeats for the side of Spanish clubs, and then 20 draws in the Juventus Football Club. Into Omodian, it's just a win over the kind of clubs who all over in the Spanish clubs who in most of the competitions, in every competition of it tells you say Juventus total dominance over the side of Real Madrid Football Club or other Spanish clubs. No, it is not as equal to Real Madrid Football Club total dominance over the Italian clubs currently as we speak. But then we will also try to make sure that I go to door and then Xabi Alonso, how they'll be able to tweak their tactical formation in this particular game will be very, very, very essential. I will be able to me akum. Now, so we'll check Xabi Alonso Faso as compared to I go to door. It is actually separate or different altogether. And now me din komo bichira say check Luis Enrique or try so about the 4-3-3 sometimes we took care about the 4-2-4 tactical formation similar to Papa friend said Xabi Alonso or on the tactical identity the 3-back system, but Madrid system any identity doesn't befit the 3-back system. So sometimes he plays the 4-back and try as much as possible to make sure about the 4-2-3-1 and then play the 4-4-2 dynamo, just like how Carlo Ancelotti was using it for Madrid in the 2023-2024 season Omu Yusu Ediaji the Champions League. So we'll check it the first starting line and the probable starting line of it will easily be Federico Valverde or Nubetimabo in the right full back position, Eder Militao, Raul Asensio, and then Alvaro Carreras Betimabo in the left full back position for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. In Finfi Honomono will be Chouameni and Eduardo Camavinga. This actually means Madrid ball into the transition in a progressive manner. Ubenya Federico Valverde or Onobo as an auxiliary right full back position that he can easily come into the midfield to support Chouameni and Eduardo Camavinga. So more attack here, they can easily do that. Then he gives Franco Mastantuano the free role to operate in the right wing advancement of Madrid, Mancasa attacking front one. Then Ada Guleno Nobo as a creative and somehow will become a traditional number 8 because you are getting the Eduardo Camavinga and Chouameni and they will become a static 2 number 6. That they wouldn't move from the central midfield. So Ada Guleno will occupy that number 10 central position role and at times play as a traditional number 8, trying to cover most of the spaces. No, it's me advancing in most of these particular attacking teda. Obetimiabo Edem by the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Vinicius Junior Bebo in the far left side for Madrid, and then you get Kylian Mbappe as a false number 9 will lead the attacking third for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But so check it. The game I'm Madrid for, and as a Xabi Alonso, etimi AUSU ye against Kayata, it was actually unimaginable. The Bambekacho said, "So what Madrid Xabi Alonso back now Timmy Bona, because about 4 backs, so quite a dane 3 backs. The production best switch it, and they call that particular picture the Amamia. That day is Real Madrid Football Club trying as much as possible to progress their tactical awareness at the timer. Omutimi a progressive ball into the attacking third. Now you get Chouameni or no air forming the basic triangular square together with the defensive structure of Real Madrid Football Club. So that tells you say Madrid air transition of ball into the attacking third. They wouldn't just play in most of the horizontal opposite ways, but they will play in the vertical possession manner. Chouameni as an inline generator, trying as much as possible to get into the ball into the midfield and then progress the ball into the midfield. No ball as a traditional number 6 and someone no ball as a number 8 in the sense of Federico Valverde. So this time around, the build-up of Real Madrid Football Club, Xabi Alonso, he tried using Chouameni as that kind of generator to generate most of the passes from the midfield into the attacking third. Now, so me switch into the second picture. Now, Tchouameni Timenya Boneway, he needs to operate and generate the passes into the central third of the midfield Real Madrid Football Club. So I want to check the second picture that's now. Now Madrid say bomb position, no? Similar like Carlo Ancelotti, what he was doing for Madrid in most of the recent years are not all but say so or transition. I said the most personal bit might trigger the press. Adam Madrid will be Vinicius Jr. So we'll check the second picture. Madrid say a trigger more pressing from the left hand side of the attack. It starts from the central midfield into the attacking zone of Real Madrid Football Club, Mancasa halves. This makes sure, say, Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, and then Kylian Mbappe and Ada Goulet will try as much as possible to make a lot of numerical superiority, place a lot of overloads in the left flanks of Madrid attacking side, and free Vinicius Jr. up front just for him to occupy most of the spaces will leave behind the solid defensive structure of the opponent. So Madrid would depict most of the pocket spaces there anymore just for them to score in most of the games. So we'll check into the third picture now. After so much create a lot of overloads, Vinicius Jr. dropping in deep. Check the position of Kylian Mbappe just beneath the center line of the centric midfield, trying as much as possible. Say Franco Mastantuono elbow in the far right hand side of Madrid or Mancasa attacking side, and then Obi say Ada Goulet will also come into as an auxiliary force number 9 into the attacking third of Madrid Mancasa post now. So Kylian Mbappe will occupy those spaces, and then depend on that particular spaces they will try as much as possible to have their calculating event in attacking third the Betima Buama Real Madrid Football Club opposing Marana Etimi every year Eden Madrid. But I will check the next map and also the Amawa. This is the high turnovers for Real Madrid Football Club in all of the competition about this particular season. DIABY, so I will check the high turnovers. They've had 54 high turnovers in the season 2025-2026. Now, so I will check the colors was red represented the shot, and then blue no represented the number of goals or matches in most of these high turnovers. Because high turnovers are a team effort so a quick transition after so many teams lose the ball. I recover the ball now, making sure say they will have a quick transition, not just behind Omanka's opposing halves, but then against the opponent Omanka's opposing halves. So also map that's now Madrid has been able to have the recovery in terms of quick position as a quick transition in their opposing half event at ABOU 54 high turnovers, a move 14 and it's me on shot on target, a move 5 and it's my result in goal. So it tells you say that Xabi Alonso tactical awareness Obua Edema Real Madrid Football Club etimi utilizing most of these quick high turnovers runs no Obua Madrid share a lot of goals for him, but this time around so we'll share the picture there. That's one that was the game Madrid boy against Atletico Madrid, and they used a particular tactical system ball into the attacking zone of Real Madrid Football Club. That is the third man run. See, because a third man runner, they be meeting most of these opponents, and also most of these clubs, Obiane Konfaso a use an attacking moment. Ubenya Pep Guardiola or about the open gate system. Ubenya Carlo Ancelotti or about the narrow shape ahead system or about Edeboa, Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr. in most of the games waiting about them at Real Madrid Football Club. But I will check Xabi Alonso. He uses the side of third run system or not the third man running system. It's me boy Real Madrid Football Club or you soon the Pamiensa just to cause that solidity in terms of defensive approach of the opponent. The Pamiensa, Kylian Mbappe, Federico Valverde, and Dani Carvajal. And at the side of Xabi Alonso, in most of these kind of things or the side of Real Madrid Football Club. So I had the first, I don't know with that now. This Dani Carvajal all try as much as possible to transition the ball into the right hand side of Madrid. Now, why not the Bemano or the member Federico Valverde? Because he knows very well that Valverde try as much as possible to have quick, incisive passes with Kylian Mbappe and Nasser Ada Goulet in the attacking third of Real Madrid Football Club. When it becomes like that, Kylian Mbappe beats him drop it up a deep. Young put a second picture. So yes, so Kylian Mbappe beats him drop it up a deep, and then Federico Valverde no switch that kind of pass. Edema Kylian Mbappe in the far right hand side will try as much as possible to occupy the space Obeja into the defensive structure of Madrid Romancasa any Muhono. And that makes me think. So the third run attacking tactical system, Xabi Alonso AUSU in the recent times, Edema the side of Real Madrid Football Club are yielded in most of the games for Real Madrid Football Club, especially with Kylian Mbappe in the last 2 games in the Champions League, with him 5 goals, Edema Real Madrid Football Club. That makes me think said this time around, Madrid is going to be Juventus Football Club. Yentimi expected over 2.5 for Real Madrid Football Club. After game a bit my boss on the is Chelsea Football Club mobile against AFC Ajax. In the last 3 games between these particular 2 football clubs, the first game a team told you was 2010. That time it was a club friendly and a told you between AFC Ajax and Chelsea Football Club. Omutimi share Chelsea by 3-1. It's yen counting fan count, but official matches between the side of Ajax and then Chelsea Football Club, it's my result in 2 games. These particular 2 football clubs, almost level in most of the games. Now you get Chelsea in the last game in 2019. Draw with Ajax that resulted in 4-4 game team Etoja. In the same 2019, Chelsea echo Ajax for if you echo show by 1-0, and it tells you say Chelsea in the last 2 games, it accumulated over Ajax in this kind of games. Now we should expect the midfield battle between Chelsea Football Club and the side of AFC Ajax. Taylor and then D. Klassen, able to make them feel at the other side of AFC Ajax in that particular midfield. But Andre Santos and Moises Caicedo, bet me actually when it comes to currently, most of these best midfield companions are mobile in most of the club in competition. The side of Moises Caicedo can show up. Say in most of the leading numbers in stars. In terms of Caicedo, currently as we speak, is one of the biggest midfielders that we can easily get in the world. He can easily bust that particular midfield for Chelsea Football Club and then win this particular game. But in the last 15 games, Chelsea for they are yet to lose in the Champions League game. 11 wins, 4 draws. In the last 11 games, Ajax for against any other English club, they've not been able to have a good win away. Any other English clubs that tells you say whenever be a Chelsea, Ajax, whenever be a English club, Dutch clubs, they actually dominate over them. We should expect 2.63 goals a bit in this particular game. That means that Chelsea will win and it will be over 2.5.
Mate, mera se party ano ye de ramabwa. Ma nema koye kama pe timi ere ma we every Prince Anoche Balotelli. I just want to know if Diego Simeone has a shares at Atletico Madrid. For the case, still the coach for Atletico Madrid, and they are losing their reputation in European competition. They need to step aside as a coach for ATM. The other ebe ramu ewo hanom no mehwena. Good afternoon, Abu. Real Madrid 3. Abu Madrid will win at all cost from Dada inside Ahafo. They found we them in Tidao. They found here news. Mintis our cronida. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. My name is Nipa from Seribekwai. Man City is the best team in the world, and I will see Chelsea win today by 3-1. Fakye Sport is full of education and entertainment. Kudos, lofty. Watching live from Ibuakwa. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching live from Ontario. More updates from Manchester United. Dodona and is a what? I'm calling in Commodore Kaba. Na Yeromo Dank Nature Healthcare Complex on Australia. Na Nesima Dun Common and for a dog with the Aboko there.
I mean, the Aboko.
Near Maso de Daye there.
Meldum, Yamadi Daye pa.
Ni yo aba you say there kofo e baba bi di komonia they say juma nso bi bia ko kama ba
Mimi na wati an waka sin den de anu ko
ah e you up
wa no ahu
yeah
o say rest ni
iya pa
Sauda anase sau restia na bene nya kwan ye no ma bi no ma ye no abra wada se uye ya onna abota fuda timpa bokase se obi a onna anase ne nanso no otimi che ne nkwan na mu miensa eto ba akotwe ewo doctors bi a omo so sana omoka na se esosu se enna ehu nya pa ntiwe ya futu akoma yin was said if I weird Maulia, we said was all you want.
I don't cry, and I was not crying. No.
Where they are, Virgin, one himself. Yo, Minia. Dank Natural Healthcare Complex. Dank Natural Healthcare Complex. dank de se ye ba se ya eye apomden ho nsem kan na ana ye de aba na ade ba ko wo se ye hye ne so no se ye kan nyina nipa se oni apomden a ade ye nyina untimi ye den enye bi apomden ehu hia se ni apomden etie no sa wo nyare ya wo appreciate apomden anwo
no crepa
me nua panyi bi ka asem bi wo se da kwa am se me ka kire wo se apomden etisa ahenche ehye obi a ne ho ode anaso obi a wa apomden nanso sa ahenche no kyese ne ho ya na opese wo etise wo no se ne ebi a ope ayaresa a kyese ye kono step by step ye hwehwe bibia mu kopim se wo benya ahoto ene sen obi ba waso ya na wo ye bibia fe no holistic healthcare na de obi ba sha ase ne se wo bedi kan aye hwehwemu eno ne ade adi kan pa nti wo ye hwehwemu na hwehwemu no ene be kire adekode a nipa no eha no pa because obi wo no ma oba be ka the office eha no but hwehwemu no mu no ba ko se enye no kra na ye root cause no ana se enye no na de sa problem na yeden aba nti hwehwemu na oba ko hu adekode akofa sa na aba de to so mienu ene se obema nipa no adupa ye ka adupa eno ne aduru a ye de ma obi a bibia efe no quality of life ana se nipa betena abrabom enya abrabom anigye wa bra wo no ma aduru no ebe koso
sa pepepe
eni kwa se ye ma oduro bi a eduro no na ho ye obasabasa na wani su bi obi wo no ma wo da eduro bi so eduro no ma je se oda ho na se eduro no o mu se eye adwuma de na so ama bibia efe no quality of life no ana se abrabom anigye no ekofo
sa
nipa no wontimi nya adwuma obese okoba bi kura wontimi ko je se eduro no abafom ahoden abafom ansa na wasa asori ene na ye ka eno na etoso mienu e holistic healthcare no de etoso miensa eye edidie se de wodi beko ni paduanum de emfata se wodi beko ni paduanum na je se eno no eye dependent e wo condition wo so na se adekodi aye wo no ene be kire aduane a wo se wudie ene aduane a emfata se wudie ene etoso miensa even kura obi kura mpa the pressure e wo soro anaso wo high blood pressure kura no exercise e benefit in some way some form na je se ye be hwe condition no ni ama wo exercise bi obe ya e be dey e be boa ti sa kwan we su na dank ye fa ye de say ya re nyina na ade ba ko a anase yareku a obi adi nim ye e wo kroma e nam sa ade se de bia ye ba aya na ye kan ye ba aya na ye pese de symptoms anase nsusu so no bebre etudwa se ne be ya obi ete wona se bibisa e ye no a obehu dank ya kira kwan na wede waba ababeje aresa anasa ahoto ewo dank enchen wo ye obi a ye fan se wo ye oba utirimi etutu omore ayedendende ohunam de bia wo de obody na awo chese dry skin a enya asanketoa wo se sani pa na bo se ne santem ha no na ensan ketenkete bi na egugugu ho ene ne nantem ho sa esinsan ho sa ensan na egugu no nyensan o eya aboa bi na atokosua egugu but we hu ni say eyensa
aboa bi na atokosua go
a parasite
oh wow
nam saadi ni bia
okay
I friend scabies ehun susu aso na makache wo nipa no etinyu be ha se etutu ne momro ebe den so ho ne momro den sa abo se na ni santem honom no na sansa na begu ho de meka se ye aboa no nkosua no na aba begu ho hene pa sa nipa nso bo se nsuo ka no ho a na ne honam ye ne hene sa obi wo kra etimi ko estefeda na chese ne ho nyina nsa bia begu no ho chese oni ba bia free bae sa no mani nyina enam sa ade ne ta ede ba nti wo ye obi a wo sa condition na fire numbers no brada nka so ye ne yenhwew afesu so wo ye obi a yaka che wo se wonya ectopic pregnancy anase wakọ aresa bia wa bra wo fa nyensan ama nyensan akọ ectopic pregnancy ni bi wonya baako wasan so wonya mienu anase wo pese wo fa nyensan untimi emfa bi anase doctor aka che wo se wo bibia efe no incompetent womb ya kana sa na ye pa che se oba na wo de enu no akora to mu a ya na che se edinsem bebre na eba na se akora to mu a untimi anyina eme form nya akora anyima untimi nwo na ye fa incompetent womb no wo oba wo bi so a bra dank ya so ye ne den ya moa afi so wafichi komunsem se obi wo no ma na fichi komunsem na ayebasa bosumwe eba bosumwe di echo ni emma obi wo so ane de no day se wo se eba na emma kra obi de one day pe na one day no kra na ensan so emma yi obi wo so sebi o de be ba no kakra na be ba no enka ewo mu no enya kra na chese wote enka bi a chese enya asanketo ewo mu obi wo so a ono de chese enya mai kra no nsu kra di ka egu no ensu egu no enka ewo mu enye ni nyina e normal enam saade eneta ekofa ba obi oso a ne de agya ne sisiyare a enya asem keto a tena sisi na se obesore na se wan kotokoto na se wan fa ne nsa ansoso ba bi a ontimi ensore saa no mani nyina enam saade ne ta kofa saa no mani de eba obi oso obewo akora bo se na akora no achiachia na ne nkasa no na te emu anfomu yie obi oso obo se na akora ne brain na se na adwene na nkasa na develop yie ti da fafo na nche no ono da fom saa no mani nyina enam saade ne ta ekofa ba oyi obi a wo saa problems ni bi a obetimi afa dank numbers le betu dwa ewia na wafa numbers wo frɛ ya na oba ya so ya ebetimi ahwew na ya boa na etu saa condition na afiri so ama munka hu se o ba dank ya so ya na wo enam saade a ne serew se oni oba na ete a oni oba no embra wo yo oba so na oni bema na ete a oni bema no embra se ntia ne se enam saade no se uobi na se oni obi na ete a nipa no 99.9% of the time nipa no ono so wanya bi enti se ye tufiri wo so na sa nipa no eda so obi a wo don koka na obesan so ayeden enya bio na no kwasem ne se wo san nya bio a ana anokora den chen kane de no enu tena de bia na ye ba na tufu se o ba wo na partner emra wo de se wo kora wutimi ne ma bonamane se me call dank no ye se me wo yade wi enti wo so ba bia e bia wo ja ya hwe no wo so ko ye de gebe pesa wo beba but apomudi nti se bibi nti kura wantima ma ono so empe ba bia obekọ a ono so benya ayaresa but oba danka ena yebetima guarantee se yebetu ase aden afiri wor mama afiri abusua no so kura se enkora so wo abusua no mu so a mfa nkora no so enka ho embra efi se ye wo cases a ye hu se nkora ne bi ho no ma omanya enam saade ne bi wa bra na omo nya bibia enso so awo mu nsensem no ene wonam saade ne bi ho no ma etimi fa awo mu ema akoda enya bi nti akora wonya bibia da no odo se wonkoye bibi na wa hakonya sa nam saade no enso true awo mu no na wa hakonya enam saade no afeso so emema no so wo ye bema obonse obema mu eye wo ya wa wo de mu kikaw wa wo de afon ketekete wa wo de ekuro bi ne nsan bi abegu ho basa agya wusisi yare te se untimi enya hwe obi wono ma agya no honam yawo a enya asem keto ama na aposo ne na aposo nyina ne ya obi wo kronpo a sebi ama ne su bire no osoro no pa bia na niti ne ya tan bia na niti ne ya obi wono so abose na no bofono no tan bia obi wono ma oda bonse best spread and as best sheet obeda so no na afochaka mfifire nko a we nyina ye normal and as susuanso a enam saade etae den edeba obadanka ye do be fa mfidie ahodo mu ni ahwe ni ehu enam saade kora ewo so afesusu ya hwe ne ya yenhyehyɛ papa ne de do papa den ama afesusu ya kyerɛw exercise ahodo a ye kan ene aduane a wo se wudie de mfata se wudie enti wo be free dank aso ye no a oba ko no maduro na dwen na se ahoto ana onsa ebeden ebeka afri sa visitor na say dank aswe na obaye no ma me pa me numbers no entuda e numbers no ay 0244 01 75 0244 01 75 56 and I say 0266 59 33 0266 59 33 kai hu say your numbers ni nyina WhatsApp lines obi wono ma akwa test ahodo bi a opese o de che doctor ubetimi de afasa lines ne so na yeso yensa beka na nchekire ana se kwan bi wono ma ebefa so ebebo wa ne aboa wo ba bi a ukwan wa untimi mba dank ya so ya frɛ numbers no ye won share so nko wono ma ebetimi wa ye na ba bi a won ebia enno bi na obehia ana se test ahodo bi ne ebemu akwakoye ne aboa ne atwiti wo so a eno so ye betimi aye saa enhyehyɛ no afeso so dank ye wo enno ewo dwa so dank procare ana dank stroke eno ho asem na enemeka dank procare ene dank stroke de obia bema bia prostate insensem e ha obia no wadu ene dank procare wo ye bema wadi over 35 years a e wadu efise unu utano no bia o prostate no unya problems e wo ho sa prostate cancers e aye kan sa prostate cancer aba impemu chese eno na eku mema bebre no chese ebi emma so wa bra utano no dank procare ni bi no afeso so dank stroke no uyo bia uye adwumaden honam ye wo ya afeso so malaria ta ha bebre we obi a chese kakra we ade kakra bi na wabre we bibi kakra bi na wabre anase adwuma stroke na ye wadu na dank pro care ene dank stroke so de wo de kabom de a na chese eboa no ma bebere kwa se na medi kan boa na e boost your immune system na anase saa asojafo agina ho a ekutie yare no wo body no ma ekutie yare na eboa na ekenya omo ma omo so eyo madwuma yi to bon se wo ta no dank pro care ene dank stroke a ya de unta yare kra ma me fam na besin to na yemfa enko awiye numbers no 0244 01 75 56 0244 01 75 56 and I say 0266 59 33 0266 59 33 Ka who said dank natural health complex ya so ye anase bebi edi eduma afiri no trade oboase kwan no so ho na edi na afiri se ofiri kejetia sofula anase tech na eba eno anse obefa trade car unya fa catch driver anase mate ni se obesi ewo trade junction unya si wa obese obia se o hwe dank fo na so ya obia ebeche obebi a yewo afi ofiri oboase dunkwa na abekwa so na eba ye hian se obefa kejetia car catch mate anase driver ni se obesi ewo trade junction unya si ewo to the junction wono ma na wobise obia se o hwe dankfo no asoye obia ebeche obebi a yedi adwuma efri afei se ukuta wawo ka enso na wo ba eno anse na we so abel for Google Maps bia eno anse obo ahyem dank natural health care complex unya bo hyema maps no ede oba besi yabobo no pe dank natural health care complex ya hotofie
Malte mera city dank ye kokokodi nkomo ye na on quick mbra ya ba na afia TSM na afisem na to aso abamo ya ba sisi a good works from you, though. I'm hoping you will never walk alone. Young, rich nation. Good afternoon, Abu Dhabi. Where am I going to get watch videos to? Where am I going to get watch videos to watch when I come late? And as all calling pages now. Fakye TV on YouTube unko Nedo Evans Kwei Note Afum. Hello guys, today Chelsea win by 3 goals to 0. And I was a guys, what time will Chelsea play the match? 7 p.m. na ne. Omo game no airborne modi eremunabwa mani amadida ye pa etimi edi amamo kama pa and Edward Owusu Ansa Geoffrey top tactical analysis by Maestro Solomon Kumsi ne de good evening odeba ebewra remember yan WhatsApp line so na menkan dodo na maka se ne wa wo de birthday be fa no yima mintimi nkan ye wo the special programmer ye de my birthday for that the STC show to fa number na wabo modena dia tumo ho o Mary she kama pay the amount all the pictures and name had a come into me nyawe. Good afternoon Fakye Sports. It's me Empire Proc. Thanks for the fantastic job. From Volta Real Madrid will win by 4 goals to 0. Now it's good afternoon Abu Amazino. More support to Juventus, but the El Clasico is on Sunday, but is trending massively. Visca Barca, Eramu, Abbas from Gomoa Akwamu, Chelsea and Kotoko Football Club. No, boy. Today Chelsea is going to win by 2 goals to 0. Good afternoon, Abu and your crew. Why is it that Adagule is not having the hype that Pedri and Yama was having last season? Yada is not having a good season, but the media is not hyping him. Why? He's the best midfielder in La Liga and Europe now. The Oreba Ebe Ramon on ABOU and co. I'm watching live from Sabo Zongo. Chelsea all the way, and I wish Chelsea the best of luck from Aprigo Chakapama. Good afternoon, Abu. The Barca is back for the El Clasico. And good evening, thank you. No, yet you're not so a day no. Good evening, the best sports in Ghana, and I'm watching live from Mankesim. And I will be happy to pass through one day. Naim is any Dino and Famba and the Dusty. Need you're not so a day. Hi, Abu. I'm a banger from Kejina. Greetings to Gru Chelsea. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. I'm a Kwesi Carlos. Watch you live from Bremana Sikuma, and I'm happy to see Rafinha training today. Visca Barca Etwa. So hi Abu, this is Johnson from Kowa Sakraka, from Bob Marley. Them go tired to see our face, but can't get we out of the race. The 1 versus all, but still Hala Madrid. Fakye Sport, you are the best. Poppy, main basic school, no, so Edifi Eba. Good afternoon, Fakye Sports. Real Madrid will win tonight. I'm world president. Need you no so. Good afternoon, Fakye. Please update me on Manchester City. Your name is a Luta by and on the back. Babira messages in the door so pa. Na mo no mamera me rub ne mboa na ye nin komona. Ne amande da ye kama pen farmer. Where was 15 minutes ago? And it was Samuel Okuje to Ablakwa. Na Ghana Urwani Chema Minister Bakwa Obomode 18 year ma foreign affairs nema editor D pa 18 year man. Yesterday I convened meeting with the official of the US Embassy Canada High Commission to commence discussion on visa arrangement, and a Ghanaian side comprised the technical advisor to the Ministry of Sport, Honorable Betty Crosby Mensah, the Ghana Football Association and CAF Vice President Kurt Okriku, and senior directors of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Sport. The US team was led by acting ambassador Ruth Olsen and acting Canadian High Commissioner Dennis Russell, led by the Canadian delegation. The objectives of this engagement include ensuring there is a mutual understanding of all sides on expectations and requirements, enhancing, coordinating, improving visa facilitation, and developing clear work roadmap to maximize satisfaction. The meeting also discussed the need for special arrangement for football fans, officials, and the team outside regular visa application process. Eduwero, ago dimun komono na ururama tumuze niji sempa o ni anamuntu papa ena ne orwani chema JP ni time course nra na e was a foreign affairs ministry no ekoko ramu no mo baba bebu ejuma na ebo amanema edida ye kama so no etimi edema mo amusem no ye di eramu etimi ere amount nra omuramu US embassy no esan kukushia Canada embassy ni mfimfo ene omudi nkomo de osande we no to so na kenka kwa asewa oso omo pekwan ombefa so metu anamo a omo nyina abeji atuma beboa manema koyi kama pa edi amani ama Ghana supporters no ne Ghana ni bi opeso kokore ball ni bi no Ewurama ne makoye pa. Etimiara mauntu to azoze. It was acknowledged that the recent reversal of US visa restrictions, which had imposed single entry visas, was timely, as that will pave the way for multiple entry visas, allowing Ghanaian fans to re-enter the US as they please after watching games in the two other host nations of Canada and Mexico. Our embassy friends and I are grateful to the Ghana Football Association President Fakye for the Black Stars replica jerseys, and we are scheduled to hold a similar engagement with officials from Mexican embassy on Friday for God and country. The Kwava Cinema is the way and come apart. The as a winner the Dempa and Conqueze, we are single entry. Then maybe a term common or Mukudi Ana as or Koba. Treman be also Oba just for sign corners. Say this times I don't know which him. On Ben it is again a new crown also park or born our corner sign bar. Open source and quality Yasako. See, and the way good dinner name ministry no abon Modiaya Boa Manewa Akoye Kama pay Tinieri Amen and Nilantivanda Poiso, then common our dinner. As it Josie Champon. Better than Ghana, a center backs in a WCC. And this Aquenya Dawa young friend nombra. Na ombebu ejuma mfa mo man Ghana. Ya no yon command the former sports minister no. Abanyinte kakra.
And we did it. So look, circumstances. You see, we are making a mistake. We had the same opportunity when we had Gerard Asamoah. And we did it. So some people have played, so it's not good for Britain. And then he went and played for Germany. We had the same opportunity. Daniel Welbeck, the late Professor Mills, made a call to the father. Some people knew that if the weather had come, he would have displaced maybe Asamoah or any other player. We fielded him against us, and we've lost him. You understand? Today, there is this boy playing for Chelsea. Achami is better than all our defenders. Bring him. He's a Ghanaian. Football rules. Even if your grandmother or your grandfather hails from a country, you qualify to play for that country. That's why Equatorial Guinea are bringing all these Brazilian.
The more commodity to yours, I yes, I'm from Saudi Arabia. The rest are Quenya Neba. You're from Bobono's Josh Champion here better than your defenders in India. The question on ye did the own common. Do you agree with Miss Evelyn Insiasa's statement that the Black Queens have more advantages to win the World Cup than the Black Stars? Ti sa pepe any see it here. My show, Mama Charles also, but Mama Clay we Niambra. Good evening to you, Abu, and your lovely family. Please, those who are giving us Santi Koroko those false hopes should stop. You see, this issue, how will you explain this to a deaf person to convince him that Kotoko will eliminate Wydad at Morocco with this squad depth? Why this? And why is like Vaz and the Kem Kwame Dela, they will tell you the truth, that than to deceive you. I'm Abdul from Abuaze, the other bear, and Madrid, Ravali Dino, and Timiaba. Good afternoon, Abu. My name is Obini Mano. Real Madrid will lose to Juventus 2-0. They are also the buy, and no, and Mahu say win so, Nedio de buy, and also what now, Fakye Sports Club say Philip from Kumfia. Today, Real Madrid is going to devastate Juventus by 3 goals to 0. Tell Lutaken, we have a young and talented players from this place. He had taught before. So we are looking forward for him to come and help these talented players to have teams to play. In terms of lobbying, Fakye Sports is the best among my regards to all Makion preparatory school students. The other ABOU no. Hi, good afternoon, Fakye Sports. Me, Kwakustuga from Mori. Wishing my child Leonard Michael speedy recovery. Big up to you guys. Chelsea is going to win now. Is all to know a dawson papa man count the Afachame. My jewelry and some I wanted the down board. Minimum over tackle ministry. The no foreign affairs ministry. She show more yes a Ghana supporters. Bitibianco Aqua World Cup ni be na face no issue on board. No minim bibi abefana why so bro.
DIABY it didn't come on no. Na in some Nilante DIABY and I think say was shaky tables no. And recently say you qualified to the Mexico, USA, Canada no. A lot of people are coming in say we will need quality players to advance us and I said to enrich our squad quality a bit into the World Cup. ne kure wo mu ne say we a national team na say wo call World Cup. World Cup competition a world class competition. In fact, Adametina Haka said, so uko into an entertainment site, be an actor. The biggest dream of a person when you are saying so Obibakwaji Award in the Oscars, because Oscars is regarded as one of the biggest award ceremony in the movie industry. Sounds no musician the biggest dream this will be the Grammy, because in the music industry, the Grammy is being classified as one of the top level award ceremony award the music industry. Therefore, in the World Cup and also in sports, the biggest competition, being it UEFA Champions League, being it Nations League, being it Euros, AFCON, anything, Copa America, the World Cup is the biggest competition that you have. Into maybe or perform and also within the World Cup squad last season, try as much as possible to make sure that quality and squad in depth. The first 11 will be quality and people meeting about the national team. And then the substitution also will be an in-depth as well. So some will be the Nabema. He will just have an equal quality on the field right from the substitution. And that's why I think Ghana going into the World Cup will need. You go 2006 World Cup me that time, na me follow Ghana football at that time. I didn't see Alex Techimensa playing in the World Cup qualifying games. But then we saw Alex Techimensa not starting no body mass in Galen. In that season, 2005-2006 season, Monko checking the start of the mass in Galen. He scored close to about 35 goals in 31 matches that he played for St. Gallen. And equally most of the strikers he call into the World Cup. Matthew Amoa, Sam Asamoah at that time. Not on level in terms of goal scoring. Not in Alex Techimensa. He didn't call World Cup. See Asamoah didn't frame. See Matthew Amoa didn't frame. That's Alex Techimensa Ebema. He equals that same quality here in attacking front. Talk about that. The same thing in 2010. We saw a lot of quality in 2010. Enrich your squad Emma Ghana Black Stars team first ever in the quarterfinals after Cameroon, Senegal. Etima equal that kind of record. We went in to have that record Ghana at that time at the World Cup in South Africa. Nina squad quality. Nina a fast enrich your squad a Boa Ghana at that particular material moment in time. Then 2014 World Cup, we saw a lot of people who did not play, but then they were given the opportunity to play at the World Cup. At this particular moment in time, we need experience. We will need quality players. I'm not saying we already need national team players, which can help us to perform very well at the World Cup. But the strength of Josh Echampong, how many European players need Yomoba? How many of them in it be bought consistently for Ghana Black Stars? And how many of them made a sacrifice, a commit to themselves to a national team? So we'll rank with 100%. A honor close to about 40%. That rank our form. Yen checking the number of European players who are going to a national team. I am free baby and living up to expectation. In the last 10 years, the only player will live it up with his commitment, with his passion, with his patriotism has been two players and Nikrampono, if you are the Pele Ebusium, ABOU and Jordan Ayew. Young Kroma, you France. Or Montetirumbi Dominia of France. It got a moment in time, Jordan Ayew had a call up. And go be a call up to the France national team. The Ayew at any moment in time in 23rd World Cup. Senkawama Ghana Black Stars and the Ayew would have had a call up to the France national team. All about the Ghana Black Stars, they've had consistent performance and they've sacrificed so much for Ghana Black Stars apart from these two players. Players bang in a dioma bar or meet me ayeniema. Sometimes Yana mean for because they were not born here. They don't understand our culture and our tradition. And sometimes if a phone penny phone been any more in our national team no costume. I mean, story being Jeffrey Schlupp story. There is a boy, you're frustrating in so many times. Jeffrey is a fine player. Check a time of what the man Ghana Black Stars and Akwesi happy and the first time. Now check a coin fast with Free a brand near AFCON. Near even World Cup, it sounds frame. It got a moment in time, said Jeffrey Schlupp. Yeah, Jeffrey Schlupp call up to a national team. That's your money. Ticket to fly from UK to Ghana. And your money fake tickets. Jeffrey Schlupp could now Heathrow Airport and take it and no names or day banner or more cross check here. Now Brent look at fake ticket. He was embarrassed. Although no one is a plane ticket from Heathrow Airport UK ABOU Ghana. ABOU Ghana the necessary logistics. I was say back airport fan he was stranded. Now was say Jeffrey Schlupp now said this fa these errand cars our airport nobody they call into the hotel. She the kind of embarrassment that Jeffrey Schlupp FM. So because America in Zambia Ghana national team FM penny for other people they treating most of these players into being Kawaha. But sometimes for 2 or more the European players near the buy into a national team no they don't understand our culture. They don't understand our tradition. Yen mom they will say educate 2 or more. No much be bringing in the gap with our culture and for them to understand us and make sure say they will put up a consistent performance for our national team. But for me to say just a champion is better than all of our centre backs. Me panicho, but me making the correction. No, it's not all of our centre backs. Be easy Alexander Jiku Dinesiwo. Just a champion is not better than Alexander Jiku. Jiku ejina Chelsea chile honoma. He can command the starting 11. He can play for Chelsea Football Club or make honoma no. Na trust na ABOU. Just a champion. He's a fine player. Not too waste about that. But I will check your back line away. Show him currently as a speaker. ABOU. Nipa on a call pet. Ordinary call as a pair to pair. Because ABOU and money bond be frost word a channel will be maybe salus away to the honum. But then Alexander Jiku, let me correct there, former Minister of Sports, said it is not true. Alexander Jiku is better than just a champion. But then his experience will be needed. His experience will add up to the quality squad they bring your players playing in abroad. They qualify to represent our national team. And representing our national team talks about performances. At the end of it all, so just a champion, Chelsea. Now so obo consistent week in, week out. And then Champions League against Ajax no Ojide Mabo. Now so more good start performance. And you will Ghana national team crap reference or the World Cup. At the end of the season, or the Chelsea, even the Premiership, just 2 titles. England national team be calling even ahead of Ghana national team.
Yeah, issue of board, and they are saying my name is Evelyn Isiasa. So who is a man with chances? So Mobeji, the World Cup and the job man.
And then Madam Yame Mame a bit, but they know any dream. We've had a lot of investment in our national teams. A man born, I know very well, say Ecofom, and it was this Effie in the buyer. What branded a man of football no currently as you speak. Now what as much as possible say a man football would be attractive to the Ghanaian people and to the community of Moabontin. So you can check it the last number of years, the appointment in terms of coaches are ABBA in the Black Queens. Nora Haptel, long-term project. She was able to make sure say obetimi combining the quality female players that we have within our country and try so put them up. In most of the competition, he didn't know he didn't embarrass Ghana national team. When it comes to women football, he was up there. Kimblas Buchanan, Obaye, the last several matches of boy, and most of us were not convinced. But then the last Afcon we saw how he was able to make sure so qualify Ghana to the semi-finals and even placed in the 3rd position. I believe said baby a Ghana a man football na Babidruno. They will need a lot of investment. But investment say we are having that kind of investment because we want them to win the World Cup and the ANC. I know the and more beyond that should be another and say in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, we are going to see Ghana Black Queens. We need the World Cup, a World Cup, and just like we saw Ghana Black Stars taking us from 2006 to 2010. You was a Ghana Black Stars quarterfinals in the World Cup. From 2010, 2014, the performance he put you up. 2014, it was group stage. 2022 World Cup, it was group stage in the exit year. I was say you my record now, even with the men national team, I was say equal Morocco record no. Navy advance at the point to the finals of the World Cup and the crown problematic with all the investment, with all the qualifying bonuses, with all the motivation. The Ghanaian national team men players, no, they are not able to live up to that particular expectation. Unlike Emmanuel, I'm not saying we shouldn't invest in them. Investing in the women national team is very good, but for us to have that notion, say we are investing in them for them to win the Women's World Cup, and it will never happen. Then maybe we should have a long-term project. Our long-term project will have a good strategy. I bet me they form a good youth national team for the women national team. That is under 17, under 20, under 23, and then even the proper national team. Say ye in Kwada Mobo national team that's more coin their retirement mode. We will have a proper transition from under 17, under 20, and the women national team. You've been maintaining the standard, and then we will maintain the quality of our women national team. But for us to have that idea, let's say you invest, say a bit, maybe we need the World Cup in the next 4 years, a good strategy, and to have a good transitional team in our youth teams into the main women national team. But for us to invest, say, a national team, the DIABY, and possible.
Mate, wow. You are cramming me and I'm on common with dinner. Anyway, there's an issue on board. No one, meaning so here, the Honorable Sports Minister, the NBA, and the Foreign Affairs Ministry. No more make sure say you be Ghana supporters kwai. I'm on my call World Cup and Aquaco. But we almost say, Pension share no more. This time around and yes, single entry to more the mouth. Hey, Okwa, Oba, bit me as I could be. Say, Connie, you could be only a man at the Tijano. Ti ozo mo din komana ko enimu aka Mexico fo na anyambo a Friday on mekwa akohwe omo.
Obi amiti. Se the nipa 15 and the record World Cup as omanya sold out. Obi amiti ya the nipa 15. Yeah. Timamuni na be person we could be find your bank statement. Bank statement in years of 10 billion go to account you 10 billion go to 2-3 or starting no money didn't come men for need to be and never call World Cup and you sold out or more minimum.
Yeah.
From the year till next year they can number account in run 500 Ghana, 200 Ghana, would two no way now running account in the side. We do one now no more a Fabian or 2 more winning the BC. Maybe a farmer no Tinya Konwaba. Now no matter how ye. And some now I can't do so a champion as them. Waku Jukumo any players now Boma Ghana. A cast here, that's a more country of bet name for one on the my do we and yet discussion, mammy. Me, I won't waste my breath on this one. Because he is only going to choose Ghana when England and Fana. Say England and Fana or bet jet into a better bench than so my blasters. So this conversation I won't have it. Me who there was in Tiamen cramming who's there now was she go among for the Comona Joshua champion daddy. This England decided to a fan, and by this time you think that Penam change Papa change England for. So this is a conversation that I won't want to have it. And we Salisu your left hand.
Yeah.
If Salisu decide to play with the right foot on one, this guy is no even very close to him. If Juku decide on your right, when he decide to play with the left crap, this guy is nowhere close to cap, young qualified. No wonder. Goku, my main country, Madame Evelyn Siasa is here. Or what more DB not the big dean come on channel convenience a mouth football. San common comorian or count who ye by no crane walker. Or mouth football. The support Yanima blasters. If we give the man 20% to 30% of that same supporter, they will win out the World Cup. If we give them 20 to 30% of the support Yanima the national team, the blasters they will win out the World Cup. But NC because blasters no freedom. Sikaba blasters and people want to support the blasters. This is Sikaba blasters and said that compared to a Modian into a moon that support no. But if they get that support, then I don't go after Morocco.
Yeah.
The blasters are qualified for.
Daddy.
The idea for Nibida, Meman Yajibida, Ampa. But Shemre Santina a day afcon near woman. A day after the last time near woman. Near woman. The Sia me who afcon that. But modern one blasters able in play. See, my 70 years can wa young to me. But I can trust the man if you support them with the right mentality, the right support. Neniani say Nara Hotel. Nezi kaki 2 minutes open your man call. A blasters na coach be on home day and I hope is give jana manako. When you know say the normal what give you a common a correct one I can win something. Kenya man koda. And the same thing to Nipa boy you can answer why he will build to a point where he believes a young team can other nations that they are very serious and want to invest in their football will come and they will come and take him away because and they are not ready to sacrifice money to pay them into Manako. So if they are to support them, give them everything that they need. How many times Yanti say a man they are complaining about their winning bonuses? How many times what is your say blasters about match Bako? We as our basika say more. Be attention and everything. If you have to give them 20 to 30% of it, they will win us something better than the blasters. How many times the blasters they invest to Musuki as a name? A money mumbi. We don't not now come and no grand work can bo mo he.
Oba wase mo mo say ne ye tima to abana mampanyan wo ze mano say ono ni sipe ma sema this star run ejuma. Or they may money who's a man or crowd to do near the Nintino Renanka on consider from Sa
Unfun Travis. First time Oba a invite to Kuma, the bean seeder, and the BSC. In the institute tell us say a man who will to me currently as we speak.
Or maybe they are said or more call with the buy or more J. Bronze the buy. She should see welcome.
Yes, that is what they
or ye dinner can see a part the more no one should in the bottom Sicamo.
Sana one ye. No one throw petition, no one throw my fan come on, no moonlight Casawino. Say Casawini babu pay. Somebody or no one Casa say, be on tea. Eso did you come up? Who do petition in court? Now, dear, on fan pipe won't tell you. Nothing more can I no crap out. But who in I tino, yam pen of crack. What type of cat can a crib be? There was some now canoe, a month for the new share. And a poyasa pet, or Moyano, Jamayan care, and Yamayan Chenable pet, a cofa issues the bar. It's Madame Evelyn in Sazai. Should just be quiet. One name to Boisier, not almost answer Empenioma, Enfama, writing petition and making sure say people that they are expected to receive petition, or Montimia, that would be the best in the Betima bomb, and Yakasakasa, Manin Kasa. So when I get so Bekasa, Nase obey say, and na ye pay a year on Beji World Cup Premier, support the Yaya opinion. So the best thing she can do is for her to make sure say these petitions and other things, you know, giving it to the even if they have to give them 20, I think they can do something. And the best thing. A city more man and get to the level that people will do. Blasters, no, they are more musica, they are more support. They are the best thing that he's saying. I think that something that any bad of an opinion, but then American move on fast and call man who vice president and Nabiano and so intimate. And I think that would be the best thing and so betting yes, and yes, and I say, oh, Casacasina, now who ye now then some more. And Sana Fatano, and so that there goes. So that would be the best thing I'll move it in here. But I'm sure if you are able to support them as they are supposed to, something good will come from them than air blasters.
And I carve also a name. Serious.
How do you say a team in a group with Germany are unqualified for AFCON? Say who you team of the year? Also, you Ghana Blasters account. Say, the record say, hey, how do you give a year, club license, you know, to get to Krakuse or make a sabrina to me Bako and Famobo? Who in national team of the year, men? Who's way blasters? Said they blasters, then also Pakem says a Ghana team, then men team of the year. Yeah, he black that account. Come one day, when you can't Romino, me did from watch it.
Okay, but that was the teams that qualify World Cup. No, we do be.
Oh, yeah.
I do tell like hello, because teams that cause Tunisia, South Africa, Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, Cape Verde, and Algeria. Everything.
No. But I'm from use U24.
I clearly have the AFCON now born there.
And you U24 now, Morocco. You Morocco. I'm from Ivy. No, sir, AFCON, I can say, once in Munyam.
Yeah, but I was just AFCON there.
What Cup qualifies no ahead of one Casa AFCON. This is a young club to be no as you will be little Mocap now. Namotiana Musu. Mwakaza crown be little money.
Mate, when you're I mean, you're more Baba Bedin come on. Every day, now, the gifted icons, season 1, no, a query premiere, the maiden edition. Now, you're the winner. And I ran up on one. But I was all unya quenya community event. But then I pony we paint in a machine near my office. Near there.
Yeah, yeah, the near Troswaba. Sir, a demon now. You see what dim, me boy easy, near voting. But here you are, see a dim on an army, I'm shaky. Money or more, yeah, I didn't like as I over here.
You know, so the gifted icon season 1, they are winner, Lord Issa, and Lord Filippo. Lord Filippo near the run up. Now I'm the first run up, and second run up, and they've been to them and the ultimate join here. You know, me didn't come on. I heard that out. Oh. Good evening, Fakye Sports. One funny Real Madrid with this current squad. Can they stand as Arsenal net from Pablo? And just so Besianse and Kondu Bibia. And I was ABOU. I agree with Varus 100%. Diego should do the honorable thing and resign, even if they don't sack him, because things are seriously falling apart for him again. You say Mourinho should also resign from club coaching. Get such rest for about 3 years, then find national team to coach later before he retires. Finally, Antonio Conte is the best man to replace Diego Simeone. That's not on Koa. Nedio de Eba no. Now it's also good afternoon, ABOU. I'm Black Cecil from Takwa. Liverpool is going to win today's game to bring back the spirit. The other ABOU no. Now, when I say Mama Kwaba, say Mapo Boko, de Vivia Kokama pa. Lordy, Nema Sheye pa. Vivia Kokama kama. Lord Filippo, Vivia Kokama pa. I was a manimu, I'm there, we really a you coincidental way another. Oh, okay.
Because if we not there, Lord, that's all movie. They did it.
So that was the final announcement. Now I'm seeing a kind of 2 lots. I was even on a lot. Mamen kona men koko tie kakra. Na ye hwesere na feeling ni city. Ye tie kakra.
Lord sir. And our first runner up gets 20,000. And the presentation is done by MON-FRI Enterprise. Congratulations to you, Lord Filippo. And now the presentation will be done by MON-FRI to Lord Issa. Lord Issa, kindly go for your gifts. And a key of this beautiful saloon car is presented to your winner of Gifted Icons, Lord Issa. Congratulations. Congratulations.
All right, so only now the realm of the grand finale, that was the Sunday. Now, and now the Ketua again, I see school up here. Now, ready. Now, we ladies first. And also crown and sign rainy adeno. What the area right from the start to the bar, baby, said, no rain, no. Same an easy tea, I shall say shall say, mobile audition or higher rumor ye be now more dorsal. We could be a more quadam, we know. Jenny, no, same an here from the start.
From the start, not any easy. Any easy cry, just say, this is my first competition I've ever been in. And it wasn't easy. Being familiar with competition, it's, you know, not something new to me. But I would say God saw me through. And in the power, the omo babe boame. And nyame beboa, but onam nipa so.
Yeah.
And the beboa, they stood by me. Oman bre me. They never got tired of me, and they stood by me till we made it.
So, say na net challenges, you know, we all in there na more basket competition or be our baby artist. Say me was a reggae artist. That's all. Uja make it can go near there. Oh, but I signed the BB person and control. Be area say nyom near there. They say gospel bia. So far challenges and net.
Yeah, to say me personally, me a gospel artist. I do gospel, but about say. May I rap, you know? And one funny thing, the day that you choose to say be a hip hop, me Manda that weakening now, and me massaging cry. Do you remember that? Because I say me na you, you bury your heads out. Because I say me na you. The other day, me say easy. The song that I chose, it was very challenging, and I loved that. I always, in as much as any work competition, I didn't see myself say me competing with only the contestant, but I also competing with my own self.
Okay.
That I will say, obey gospel artist, yes, obey rap, obey secular, and Jenna choose anyway. It was a whole lot, but it was cool. We had so many experiences, and a boa mami suade baby, a boa me pa, because me a gospel artist, gospel tunes.
Yeah.
Why? Because secular tunes na na nyome womu doso. Utie rhythms no ne beats na ya share bibia ya na nyoma ne womu ni mu edu. E change e boa. I'll go the extra mile. Yeah.
Mate, that's our basso. Na ya san baba bi money area. Lord Filippo.
Yo.
Bibi ashe there.
Nyame adum.
Na Johnny no net saying right from time amushas your audition mo come ni mi ade na bibi awa baba bi do abe the first round up. Johnny no net saying.
Johnny no enye easy. If you say the first audition no studio
yeah.
Me amani ni yi me yonko free. Enti enu ni di kan di dance ye chese. Wo ye rofa ana sa wo ye list ya. Se di wunu ya no koye no. Onso be ko. Enti ye ma ya ho keka na nuoma. I started say ye be ye you be object. Obey object. Ye de nyoma na ba. Yentimi nkan kire wo say the menu abaye kan wo ye gospel nti gospel no nko na obey dabi nti e was say wo down wo ye to say actor
anyway
ma ho ade ankasa ye high life.
Oh, okay.
And hip life no and a gospel so kakra nenem akwana ma wande nti say a divertical baby fufuro bi a nokure ni na sa breno sa week ni nyina no e be yale wo kakra.
Oh, okay.
You say what did you be bia mu akwakoye sa anwom na wo choose say obeye no sa na akwakoye nti na akwakoye ayem hihye popim say e ka wo nkokora na nka sa week no ntwam mase nkokora na wo honto.
Wow.
Nti sa na na
but at a point say na mo kofo we no week bia ne ade a ono boame kakra da be na abuzu ne de mabedwuma pa but me amitimuze ne de me brepa de no kai bibiza
na hip hop
no brepa de ne de na na ma brewa nu
ale ba ko ne say enum miensa na me ni events.
Okay.
Ena the two-way no ma two-way no ma hwe sa nti me frɛ wo bi ne di nkomo rasta okubi oye guitarist ena oye say say a hip hop na dia and say a yin a true at hard one a true way was I almost on pion a yin a true a young Casantia was say we ye no na would die a yina can. Now come per se me dear yiba sap what dear you be and rami hunyame. And Rami Munyame, not a poncoso, and you are no pet and no one, I'm no one else about Anna, me ye, and I said, no, yes, a minyai. What time in my pressure, Bamaso, and I wouldn't answer you when I you be cacram, so still my shashes meet me. And no any my money.
After that moment, as a babuka gravara. But who's the one who shows her?
I say, who's a me cassette as a musician. I was say a drew baby honor or yet to say actor. Sounds so na sports yamuye. Acquire say, who she jesse. Now, Quago Pramano Swa. A normal three things involved. Win, lose, or draw. Enti me call yena na me call me say Don Belema, Gibesi no yensi. Enti Gibesi nsusi. Eno kwa.
Lodiza, ma member also be na yentwa common so na yenko yenim. One thing a man get interested in is they was set a record. About Fakye gifted icon made in edition season 1. Ona oye winner. And why now about one on for also no most of the about the season 2?
I was saying is I'm not going to relax and because there are so many shade you man say it's you know make us say dear Ostre woman who no because we are coming with full vim. Enya humejie enya kwadro sembia ye de nyom eba bontin.
Oh, okay.
Ye de nyom eba bontin. We are working on that and we will do a lot for your status ubenya bebre e de aye de opesa wodi ye bia. Yes.
Ate Lord Philip Oremuntem na say enya de e share that one ya no ben wo kakra ni are as it tells you say as a for wo cheaper when that's what money at the after really we no feedback net is saying already gifted icons no feedback no send it here
Menayo. Congratulations, we believed in you. We are still back. What I was doing previously people were watching.
Oh, okay.
My ministry that I was having, my attitude towards people, how I treated people, the relationship I created, I didn't know, say, it will fetch me this kind of love from them. But Nyame Adom, I was so much amazed. And it blew up my mind. Like, Mensu Krada.
Mate. Lord Vilibo,
you.
Yeah, that massive support after we performing said talent in here huge. Na dear no more so share any move for you.
Yes, you no more go.
Okay.
Yam per se din ne betiada. Say and painful baby say a modern bonny in see adeton. Say wa ma udian kodwa ati said ye wuti sumu no wamuna obi an sa pepepe enti yedi edin no to aso na yebebo modern so say enoma yedi gu akwan mu no yebema sa edin na stage no so no ne yewo no enyera.
Oh, okay.
Na heat no so nyo ne yebeto akoso na afi yensu yedi tetefo na namo no eso.
Wow. After we know who's a mouth that massive way no say uko we ni wie no ona ma who's a call a can't teach you baby ufi by call for no din come can be cho
bebrebe
gifted icons na bio so bebrebe
omo bo abaso fi say ni edos no near Dawson. Anna, Yasemwa Babidu Sabri. And yes, ye beer, ye so gross or son of 1 more ye woman free. Nimum, and no man no more bina chedium pon young coupon, a dear pida quap, and rank one a mere co efficacy.
Wow.
I'm good, Ruyan, we are Fremia, why are dear? We are of Fremia, why are dear, sir? Any abontin, dear, Ubiabo. My basso sound would you median abasso.
Era can be kind of buy or more better which in ano. Na can be before Jumadiano, gifted icon, made in edition. Then I be catch and call for found our domas and Amede, the champion. I really appreciate
you. Me jina gifted icon and name no matter. Oma beboa me. Na meka say yes, shake Jumadian in your seno. Omoa omutu wom hu si ho efiri ededi kan achase ibesi na wieye obi a wahwere ne sika na honden wahwere na daagye bibia nipa na doso nimum edin bi ho no wasa mebo bk minjimi enye bibia enya wodin mu bk nyankopon hirawo Nana ya wakoko senchi konchi hene nana lukaya nyamishramu efijase nipadom kodua amata yajewa Mrs. Tabana chese nipano doso amprachum MPP secretary.
Yeah.
Why ya dear? What I could for Nina Hini and Tonsofo. Nipana Dorso. Mint me in your dinina, a mobodina, amapuquia, umunina, ayati.
Mate. Champion. It's all about community have a candidafa made in edition. Is it not? On our Baby Seti piece in Uncle for Baby DH. Now the other canning call for support from day one. Now, Yejam Kwaya Mamoko.
Yeah, Meka show Bibia, no say. First of all, yeah, I said, I may radi won't pimpen so or dear bedroom. Meka say, Yami Beye, or the Nami Pasone, to the Namiasia. No one any pay support you say me da Fakye TV phone nase me da the organizers of Gifted Icon phone na ase they really made it a big one and the mechanic say what if you now sheme oh talent a young to talent and not fee Emma talent no enka dem me pacho next season bra Fakye TV premises a be fa form na fele na bra audition nyame be ye wadom ama won so say nyame boa watimi abedum pempenso a meni menua be ma ya ba abedwe bi afi me da obi bia se Team Lordisa, the Kingsword family. Me da obi bia se na ye be pon na me jina surrogate ano me jijiska dia to votes.
Wow.
And for 16 weeks in na gate na no na me jina.
Wow.
Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays me jina ho me jijiska. And it got to a point I mean biema no kra nkasa na nipa ne de abehye wonsem no de abehye wonsem mejeje a papa labi si wenya say papa labi ya mesha onye okese mitimi sorry ja ho ne ya ka me sorry ja ho papa labi de mi hu asema me ka che papa labi o ya me onsha papa yi mame wa time echi wenya me mugidie se bibi pabi e wo ho no me betimi afri me mo aba from day one sika wa se wo me ho na daje ne time even aso a wonya de tie me busa me se ekosen e de na e wo se ye de boa na me da UB's outlook I say I believe say Rebecca be 3 weeks am ye wie Rebecca 3 weeks am ye wie entire am share nyina be see finals nyina UB's outlook na mama me da na si bebre me da ma Christia say nyankopon onhiramo suffrage nyankopon onhira bebre me da obi bia say Fakye TV ahwefo nyina wo teku wo sempoa wo mpai bo wayem hyehye do time ani declare winner no obi frame me o say oko checking you declare we o say oko checking ni BP no or drink say ni BP costro auntie answer frame o say adwa meti fire me ya meti
oh why are they
ya me shramu you've really shown us love and we really appreciate it. God bless you so much. God bless you so much.
Yazo ya boma baso na ya damonso ase ene kantishi na modeba juma de mo man looking so solid na ya na ewufia ye ntimi amba ye hwe bi no na ye enjoy pa ne ade why ade na me boma mi no so abaso ne ade ti mo na ezima ba be face off gifted icons and it did community be a history in HSA the a shas ye no na any Lord Isa
cousin
I Rasta man oh okay that's nice see nyame so mo ara mo dey so mram see yesu ya da masese no so mo join ya di abi also ore ya ye njuma di ya ye na we made in edition gifted icon when a ceremony and sakon wa Lord Isa and a bomb on the arena and a runner up on first runner up no Lord Filippo and the second runner up in Orlando the playman but the bintino and they are no intian join there wa ti as a random run on the ade oh yeah we could no our presentation o cara da betrão no mere ba betuti zulu bia our presentation na
Mauze bibi bom.
Omo ye hu niema bi na de. Hey! Beto pressure about this year. The hour is have for crash na ye bi but.
Yeah. Oh, I am going to be here.
I want to watch her. There was a show be around we here. Here am nyina ase.